Taylor.
Hi.
Taylor Radcliffe.
Yeah.
And Erick Peña.
That's me.
What's up?
Oh, you know.
Yeah?
Not much. Just been playing the one video game that's ever out from now on. That's
Red Dead Redemption.
just Red Dead Redemption. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. You
How are you enjoying it so
Oh,
far?
I'm fucking loving it.
Yeah.
It's slow. Remember I said last week that it starts out really, really slow. And it does. But once you get past maybe chapter 2, into maybe chapter 3, everything just picks up so much faster. I'm having a ball.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible. What about you guys? What are you guys playing at?
I just went on vacation, so I was locked to my Switch and mobile games.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us about your vacation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Florida for a week.
Florida.
And I went to Disney World on Halloween.
You went with Churro.
Yep.
Yeah. How mad is Churro going to be? He doesn't get to tell this story. Next week he'll try to tell us, be like, nah, we already heard it last week.
Fuck off.
Churro will have a different perspective.
Where is he? Is he sleeping?
I don't know what he's doing. He said he's busy. I was like, so no podcast? He's like, no. I sent him Kaiba a gif of him getting destroyed.
Well, I know
with 0 life points.
I know he has to work today, and I know he probably did not he fell asleep immediately last night because he was tired on the plane.
Yeah, she was saying.
Oh, you guys just got back.
Like last night.
Got back last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Like I went and saw Brian after work, and he's like, yeah, I gotta go get them at like 7. I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they got back late.
Oh, that's interesting.
And
yeah, I thought you guys were back already.
Yeah,
I didn't realize you were going for the whole week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't just, they didn't just do Disney World. You saw pictures.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
I took myself about like 300 some odd photos, and then I made a shared album, and I had Casey, Ashley, and Churro combine
that was smart.
their photos
I didn't even
into
think
a
about
shared
doing
album.
something like that. That's cool.
And
Casey Ashley.
Casey.
Oh, Casey Ashley.
Yeah. Casey Ashley is one person.
Casey Ashley, the cutthroat kid.
So I have about 500 because I downloaded all the ones they.
Do I sound alright coming out of this?
Yeah, you sound
Okay, cool.
I have so many pictures, and I'm glad because I did not
They're
buy
good.
that many souvenirs. I was like, most of my money is going to fun things.
Doing things, experiences.
Yep.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
Funding experiences is the best way of going about it.
Yeah,
For sure.
we did so much. First day we went to the beach. Second day we wandered
I hate
around.
the beach.
It was such a nice beach. Except I kept screaming because there was just a school of fish around us. So you'd just be standing in water about waist deep, and then just 3 things would just hit you in the ankles, and you're like,
See, that's your first mistake.
going in the water.
Going in the water. The beach.
You don't
is
like the beach?
I don't like the beach.
Oh man.
I'll go to the beach and I'll
Yeah.
stand on the sand,
Oh.
but I don't like to get in the water.
That's you don't like being in the water.
No.
No, that's when we went to.
That's
Slide.
where sharks live.
I fucking no, but you didn't know because we went to Slide Rock 2 years ago.
Yeah, that shit was cold. That was a difference.
That sucked. I took Churro and you.
Churro
and,
threw me in there, and
yeah,
I was like,
because Churro wasn't a baby.
Yeah.
And we took Darnell too, and he just sunbathed. I'm like, you're brown already. You did it.
you have to
Time to
even
get in the
out.
water.
You have to even out.
Whatever.
He's been in where is it, Washington or whatever for the longest time, so he's losing his luster. He needs to be a little bit more.
But he was in the shade too, though.
No, we were in the sun.
I don't know.
It was cold. That shit was cold.
That was not worth driving 2 hours to watch you guys sunbathe.
I had a ball.
Whatever.
I was hanging out with Darnell. We took some pictures.
I gotta take more people that want to swim.
Yeah.
Brian next time.
Yeah,
Taylor.
swim in that river of piss and cold.
Whatever.
It's cold piss.
Cold piss.
We went in March or something.
No, we didn't. We went in June.
Was it June?
Yeah.
Why was it so
Because it's
cold?
made of snow. It's
Oh.
it's the snow from the mountain melting.
There's no way it was June.
Yeah.
It was way too cold for
No,
that.
it's about June.
The water wasn't too bad. Once you got used to it.
In
It's
Florida or
Actually-
Slide Rock?
It might have been August.
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah.
I remember because I was driving back all mad. Got
You didn't drive nothing. I fucking drove the whole time.
No, on the way back.
What do you mean?
I was
From
driving.
my house?
No, from Slide Rock.
No, I drove.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I did.
Nah. Whatever. Oh, maybe you drove my car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. You're a baby.
Yeah.
We had to stop at Starbucks on the way back. So oh no, because you were all mad about that
Yeah.
girl. All right, never mind.
She was
we're
wrong.
Getting, we're getting way too.
Oh
into
yeah,
this.
I remember that.
Anyway,
She was wrong.
God.
Imagine being that wrong.
We also spent 13 and a half hours walking around Disney World.
That's a powerful day.
Yeah.
That's way too much walking.
Yeah.
And we barely stopped. I think we stopped to eat at one point, and then we took a quick break. The most of the time, if we were sitting, it was on a ride.
That's awesome.
But to be fair, we did do some very calm, relaxing rides. We did the Carousel of Progress, which is a 20-minute long carousel where it just goes through the
This
ages.
is the slowest progress.
Yeah, it was air conditioned.
Okay.
And 20 minutes.
Oh, is it the one where a whole room moves?
Yeah.
Those are cool. I like that.
It was actually pretty interesting, but the future room was we have about half the stuff, and the other half does not seem like things we'd want on the Carousel of Progress.
Yeah.
It's like, Grandma rocks this VR headset. Well, how wacky. Oh,
Grandma
yeah.
rocks it.
Rocks it.
This VR headset.
I was like,
Grandma rocks it. She's heartless. I don't know
God.
how Kingdom Hearts works. I'm sorry. You can chime in, by the way. That mic's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Drop the hot mic. We also did a lot of Disney Springs, and I think we just ate our way through Disney Springs. Like, we stopped at the
the
deli store. There was like funnel cakes. There was bao buns and all this.
Bao buns.
Oh, I ate so much.
What's
I
a
think
bao bun?
bao bun is just like a dumpling that has just like pork and beef in it, and it's like a very thick bread.
If you see Incredibles 2, there's a short before it called Bao, and it's like a woman that makes her son like leaves for college, and she makes a new son out of Bao.
Oh,
And then
that's what that is.
and then that son starts to go off, and then she eats him
Yeah.
to make sure she can't leave him.
It's delicious.
fucking weird. That's a good. It's a
we
good
saw
short film.
we saw that movie at Alamo Draft House, and everybody just they're like, what the fuck?
Because she eats it at the end.
Yes.
I was like, oh, this is a good vor film for before Incredibles 2.
At,
It's fucked up. No,
at
that's
Disney
good, though.
Springs, we went to the Coca-Cola factory type thing, and on the fourth floor, they have like a bar, a Coca-Cola bar, and you can get alcoholic beverages. So I got the vanilla Russian, which is vanilla Coke and like vodka and some other thing in it.
Have you seen
sounds incredible.
you saying you love Coke just reminded me. Have you seen that picture of Mac and Charlie in Always Sunny with the top hats, and they're going, "Oh, you got addicted to crack," and it's just like somebody like captioned that, and they're just like the Coca-Cola company in 1891 addressing the public. It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
and somebody below is just like, finally some fucking accurate history. Just like, Jesus.
One thing
Are we
that
good, by the way? Is it going
Yeah.
live? Okay, cool. Just making sure.
one thing that was pretty cool about the Coca-Cola factory is like you can buy like international flights, and they give you just a tray of 12 different drinks. And
Okay.
A
they're
flight? Like a flight of Coke? That's awesome.
yeah. And so what these were themed is Coca-Cola products that are not sold in the United States.
Interesting.
So it's like, here's the Coca-Cola product that we sell in like India and stuff like that.
Brazil or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And-
Eric wants to go just for this.
Really?
yeah, it was fun because like some were like literally just like
Oh
a
my
tea,
God.
but like others like in Japan we have strawberry kiwi soda, and it's just like, okay,
What? That's crazy.
Coca-Cola brand.
Yeah.
And some of them were delicious, and I wish they were here. And others, I was like, oh dear God, this tastes like grape cough medicine, and it's just as thick.
Oh my God,
But
that's rough.
yeah, they give you like a little pamphlet. It's like, this is the drink, this is where it's from, and like you just have a bunch of like small little cups.
Yeah.
But it was enough for like all of us four to like each take a sip.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good.
I want to do that. The only time I've only ever done that with like alcoholic beverages, like when we went up to Scottsdale to like do flights of sake, and I was like, "This is water."
Yeah.
It wasn't water. And so that's at the actual Coca-Cola factory that they have there.
It's in Disney Springs, so like they have like a giant like 4-story tall like Coca-Cola store, mega store.
That sounds great. I want to go there.
Also in Disney Springs, they have the Void experience. It's a Star Wars experience where you put on like an Oculus VR headset and you have like a haptic feedback
a
suit.
vest using, yeah.
Yeah, a vest.
This is the ones that like makes like
yeah,
things
if
hurt.
you get shot, well, it's like
Vibrate,
vibrate.
probably, yeah.
Oh,
I always
just
got.
have needles in it. Just
Oh my God. But it's funny. I always got shot in like the left boob. I'm like, why?
That's rough.
Why do they keep aiming there?
I think. I don't know. Anyways.
And you get like guns at some point in it, and you get
Guns.
you get,
Lights up for guns.
and you fight Darth Vader, and it's really scary.
With a gun?
Yeah, you're trying to shoot
Fucked
bullets
up.
at him, and he's just deflecting them
That's
back
not gonna
at
work.
you.
Didn't they say that on the Rogue One? It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Fucks fools up
And
in
they
that
had-
movie.
It was really cool, and like the room like would vibrate when like a ship crashed into it. And it's just like it's so good.
That's cool. I want to do that.
Yeah,
My
sounds dope.
only complaint is I wish it was longer because it was like $35, and like it was still
yeah.
a really good experience in
Still
going
sounds
through.
pretty cool, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was just there was a lot of things. We did an escape room where we had to catch an art thief, and we had 1 hour, and so it was us four and then a random group of four like strangers.
Yeah.
And
Stranger.
there's 2 primary rooms, and spoilers, there's a secret third hidden room like behind the bookshelf. So when you solve one puzzle, like the bookshelf just starts moving. You're like, oh, it was really fun. And then you'd be in like one room and you hear like just like a thunk in like the secret room, and like all the bars that were in there just dislodged themselves, and you're like, oh, this is cool.
What kind of crazy ass room
Yeah.
Is it the actual building is set up for it? Or
Yeah.
Is it just, okay.
Like they have this area. I think this specific building had 5 different scenarios, and
Okay.
each scenario is like a very enclosed, like built space.
Mm.
So like the first one's like a little art gallery, and it's like a small room. It's like itty bitty. And then the second room is like an office, and it has like, you know, a person's coat and like an Indiana Jones hat because he's an art collector and he has all these things. So like halfway through the trip, I'm just like wearing the coat and the hat, and everyone's like, Taylor, do you know how many people wore those? And I was like, yeah, someone tried to like find a secret clue inside the inseam of this coat, which there is none.
That's crazy.
So I was dressed like the art professor at one point.
Nice.
Completely unrelated. And I found like the final like the actual real painting like 20 minutes before we were supposed to. I was just like holding it, but it was locked. We didn't have the key, but I found it.
Yeah, that's good.
And it was funny because we were pretty far, and like the last 10 minutes we're all like super like high stress, like, oh god, we only have 10 more minutes to do this.
We gotta do one of these.
We all just put
blast.
on our thinking caps, and we actually like burned through like 6 or 7 puzzles
Wow.
like right in the last 10 minutes.
Wait, did you guys get through it though?
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
that's
We had a
awesome.
minute and
I
30
feel like I'd
seconds to
fail
spare.
it so bad if I do one.
Oh
I'm
my
just gonna
gosh.
fucking fuck
It's,
it.
it's funny that you say that because in the Zelda one you do have to put on Link's cap, and
Yeah.
that's one of the puzzles.
That's awesome.
It's like,
Except my only like complaint about the Zelda one is like the red cap was the child
yeah,
Link.
like, that's not how it
I was
works.
just like,
That's
I'm like,
not the past.
well, like, for me, it just kept confusing
Guys
me.
are
I'm like,
dorks.
right, red is child Link for some reason. Okay.
Whatever.
I just I kept like wearing the green cap, and they're like, you have to be a
Fucking
child. And I was
dork.
like, I am. And they're like, you have to be a child. And I was like, right. They did it backwards.
It's like, look at the book. He never wears it.
But no, there's an escape room
Santa
here in
Claus is in a
Arizona.
door
that
shaped
I'm
like
like,
this.
I think I wanna try that out. What makes me laugh is like that building. They're like, we literally only sell the I escaped shirts to people who did complete it successfully.
Huh.
They're like, if you did not complete it, we would literally not let you buy the shirt.
That's cool.
Like, I'll pay you twice as much money.
Someone
for it.
buying those on eBay to be like, I did it. No,
Yeah.
you didn't. You dumbass.
You know, you can buy those like marathon stickers
Buy
that people put on
anything.
their cars on Amazon. I was just gonna put them all over.
The ones that say like 15.6 or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, what radio station is that?
26.2.
'Cause I don't know.
2.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
26.2.
But also it made me laugh because I took a lot of like Snapchats and selfies throughout this trip. So you could always tell I took a picture of myself because it's like nice, good angle, good lighting. And then you could always tell if someone else took a picture of me because I look like a gremlin who hasn't eaten in 3 days and my hair's everywhere.
Yeah.
That is the
That's like
exact
you-
opposite for me.
If you're watching this live, you can see that because the profile picture I have for Twitch is like really nice, and then you can see me right here live, and it's not good. So, because that picture, it's the outfit I had on for Patrick's second wedding,
Yeah.
and like how I look pretty decent in that, and then yeah, so I'll look good for his third wedding. Don't worry, but it'll happen.
But as far as games I played, I did pick up Breath of the Wild, my Master Quest mode again.
Oh yeah. How's that
Except
going?
all I did the entire time I was playing was find Korok and just gather like things I didn't need. I literally did nothing productive. I think I did 1 shrine,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I have hundreds of spicy peppers for some reason.
I want to have. What was I gonna say? Damn it. I don't know if productive is the word I would use for that though.
No.
No, not even a little bit. But that's cool. I'm glad you had fun. I've never been to Florida in particular,
Yeah.
or let alone Disney World. I think that's the one. That's what it was.
Yep.
I really want to go to that one.
Yeah.
I've never.
Apparently it's like 8 miles or something. Like it's like a town,
Fuck.
like a small town. 8 miles, but it's like San Francisco size.
I think. I think
Yeah.
that's just about.
8 by 8 or something.
Oh my God.
7 by 7,
Dude,
something like that.
Disney
What?
World has 4 main parks.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
did
it's-
1.
It's world, not land.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
Magic
because you
Kingdom.
didn't see everything. You only had a day.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
only
there's no
did
way.
1 of the 4
Yeah,
parks. There's Magic Kingdom, which is the most typical Disneyland experience,
Castle and all that
the
stuff.
castle and all that.
I love that shit.
Yeah. There's Epcot, which is like
That's what the
around.
couple.
Yep.
I've
The
seen it.
around the world. I kind of wanted to do that because they had the
Erick
food
Peña
and
cup.
the beer and wine festival going on around the world.
Okay.
I really kind of wanted to do that, but I think I was going to be the only one drinking. I was like, I want to get drunk around the world, so maybe next time. They have the Hollywood Studios, which is where all their Star Wars stuff is.
Then that's where you guys went.
No,
Oh.
we did Magic Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
And then the last one is Animal Kingdom, which they have like the Avatar Pandora like flight ride and the Indiana Jones one, just
okay.
like those other ones.
Yeah, it seems like a lot to do.
Erick Peña COT. Gets me so bad. Anyway, sorry.
I could easily go back out to Florida and try like the other parks, but it's expensive. Like my wallet hurts so bad after all that. I was out there for a week.
Save up and go.
Yeah.
How much were the tickets for each park? Do you remember?
So
it's probably a park hopper pass or something.
Yeah,
something like
$400.
It's around like the days you go can like vary. So,
okay, yeah.
If it's like Christmas, because you guys went on Halloween, right?
Yeah, so it was like like including tax and everything, like it was $121 for one day, and but it's usually around $109 per park.
Okay.
But if you buy like 3 days, it's like around $80 a day type thing.
Oh, okay.
So if you buy it kind of like the park hopper, and that was for one park. If you buy if you want to go to multiple parks in one day, that's an additional like I think $75 to your ticket price just to be able to go into the other parks.
Yeah, that sounds like a fucking pain. That's a lot.
Yeah, but
But you had a good time.
yes.
But it's gonna be one of those things where if you're doing it, you have to do it for more than one day, unless you're doing just one park. That's good.
Yes.
I'm glad you guys had fun.
Yeah,
I want to do that, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, like real bad. I want to go back to Disneyland.
Disneyland or Disney World?
Either one.
Yeah.
Either one. What?
Just
You still on that? That's like way back there. That's that old shit.
I know.
What about you, Ryan? What did you do?
I have notes for Red Dead Redemption 2. I made a journal of my experience. It's fun.
Did you write it in like a
I imagine I was gonna put music on and have a rocking chair and be like, well, I'll tell you about my story. I'm no, okay. I just gotta. This game is super crazy.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I learned how to after I saved John, which is the last thing I did.
Oh my god, you're way back.
I know. Well, that was last
Lord.
week. That was last week.
Okay,
but I haven't done much since.
Let's see the Western Tales of Ryan.
Yeah, so I learned how to hunt with the guy, which is fun.
Charles,
yeah. And then I did the train robbery thing, which is just story, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Valentine, and let's see. Oh, everyone splits up, and you have to go find them later.
Yeah.
And one of the women. They're in a hotel. She's fighting with somebody in a hotel.
Yeah.
And I forgot how to melee, so I just knifed him in the neck. And before I did that, the hotel guy was just I hope there's not any trouble. I'm yeah. I just left. I'm goodbye. What happened? Oh, there was a bar fight. That probably just happens, though. I think that's a thing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just some scripted bar fight. You get thrown out a window and.
You get mud all over.
And then, as you're about to leave, some random stranger recognizes you from Blackwater, and I chased him down, and some guy was bring back my. I was just sorry, just borrowing your horse or whatever, and then I brought it back to him. He's oh, you actually were just borrowing it. I'm yeah. So it's just little touches like that are always pretty neat.
They give you the opportunity to be a good guy in that game.
For sure, yeah. Let's see.
Good guy, quote unquote.
I found in one of the bars there's a guy writing a biography on some famous gunslinger or something who's super drunk. And he has
he's can you meet him for me?
He has 4 different pictures of different outlaws that know more about this guy, and you have to go meet them and either talk to him or whatever. Let's see. So I took him up on that offer, and then let's see. Oh, I rented the room of the guy I killed, and I got a premium bath in that hotel.
Yeah,
where some lady bathes you.
Yeah, she rubs you.
I was just great.
I was there's no option to have sex with him.
No.
Arthur Morgan is a very honorable man.
Yeah.
Just like John Marston.
So the next morning, I went to the law office and got a bounty for some medicine man that's selling stuff that's killing people. And I chased that guy down, and he's too scared to get caught, so he jumps into the river. And I take his horse, and I go and chase him down the river and lasso him up, hog time, and take him back. And then I went all the way back and got my horse back and left that horse there. And I was goodbye.
You can sell his horse.
Whatever.
That's what I do.
I don't know about that. I just tell him to go free.
I just
It belonged to a bad man.
So this game does something really well that kind of annoys me a little bit.
Yeah.
But those characters that you meet, and specifically the bounty characters,
Yeah.
they're fleshed out characters.
Yeah.
They talk to you.
Yeah.
For a while, and they have actual names, and I don't know whether if they're oh yeah, don't kill him.
Yeah.
I'm okay, so this guy's probably going to be important later. No.
Nah.
We have this character that's fully developed, but then it's oh yeah, we hung him. Oh yeah. He was swinging from the rafters last week. Or oh,
that sucks.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it because I really like that medicine guy. He was funny.
Yeah.
And then there's I have a friend named Josh Brown.
Yeah.
And then in the game there's a bounty the guy named Joshua Brown.
Okay.
I sent him a picture for it. And this guy actually just killed that guy just because. And I sent it to him because we were actually at the wedding yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he was there, and I was like, look, I
Anyway,
killed you.
so I went and captured that guy and then brought him back, and then I decided to go after one of the 4 pictures that I had with Flaco Hernandez.
Okay.
And like I went and I found that guy on the map. And like I'm trying to play with the HUD off and everything, so like I look at the map once in a while like you'd actually do.
Yeah, you can
like
just
looking
tap
at a
down
map
and it'll, like pop it up for a second.
Well, I straight up like open the map, like I do it like I'd actually be like on horseback or whatever. Be like I have to stop, take out the map, and look. So I do that, and like I didn't realize he was in like mountains for some reason. So I go up there with like summer clothes on basically, and like my horse is getting real mad or whatever. And like it got to a point where like I got off the horse and tried to get it to just like follow me because like it wasn't having my shit. Like it didn't want to go. I was like, we gotta go get this fucking Flaco guy. So I finally get up there. And I kill all his dudes, and then that was the first time I did like a slow-mo duel or whatever. Yeah, which is crazy. You have to like hold right trigger, and it goes like, and then you shoot. Yeah, which is fun. And I killed him, and then I looted all their stuff. And I found a map that goes to some treasure, and I was like looking around, I'm like, oh, I think it's here, so I saved it for later.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot of that. There's the map
neat.
that you find that it's going to be like on the other side.
So, but you have to take a picture of him too. So I did that for the guy, the biographer guy.
He's dead.
Yeah, let's see.
Did he give you anything when you killed him?
I mean, he had a pistol.
Okay.
That I think I took. I don't remember.
I think that's one of the things that they do.
I think I like picked it up and then dropped it, but then it was on my horse anyway. I was like, okay.
As long as you get him.
You just like register it by touching it. Let's see.
You put your mark on it. I can touch you now.
So here's where the trouble starts for me, because I was like, okay, I spent the night at that guy's camp because it was dark by the time I got up there. It's like fucking 15 degrees or something, and I was trying to climb up this mountain. And so I spend the night in his camp, and I wake up the next morning, and I called my horse over and just like walked across the frozen lake. I'm like, bro, you can't do that. You're gonna fall in the fucking lake. So I take this horse, and I'm trying to go back to Valentine, the town, to like go back to the biographer guy. To be like, I have your first picture or whatever. So let's see. Oh, I got distracted at one point and found a ram and hunted that down.
Yeah.
And killed it. And I was like, this is fun. And then while I'm skinning that ram, I hear a man call for help, and there's like a gunshot goes off. And I try to go around to where he is, and there's 2 wolves on him. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I tried to kill him, and I killed the one that was on him, and then the one came after me, and I killed that one too. And then I went to the guy, and he was dead.
Whoop.
Yeah.
So, and I looted him, and it was like, that was bad. You can't loot dead bodies.
Yeah,
Like, he's not using that shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. I
There's
don't
a
know.
lot of that. They're like,
So-
yeah, you shouldn't be stealing from dead people. I'm like,
No one's gonna find this guy.
Yeah, he's
I found his horse. I was like, "You're free now." Every time somebody's not using their horse anymore, I'm like, "Be free." Let's see, what else did I do? Okay, so I'm back on the path to town after I do this ordeal with the wolves or whatever. Then I see elk, and I'm like, "I'm gonna hunt that elk. I'm gonna get that shit because I love hunting in this game."
it's fun.
So I hunt down an elk. It keeps getting away from me though. And I finally get it, and I skin it, which is like a whole, it's like 3 different camera angle cutscene of skinning an elk. They're big. You have to like cut off its fucking antler, and you stow it, and you like wrap it all up, and you put it on the horse, and it's like it's like body big.
Yeah.
So, all of a sudden I do that, I realize I'm close to like a camp. Like there's I can hear other people, and there's what is it? Like there's like. It's like it's dark out, but I can see fires and I can hear people like hollering and shit. And I'm like, oh, I look at the map and it's all red dots. There's like 12 red dots. I'm like, this is O'Driscoll's. I'm gonna fucking kill all of them. I decided to take them all on. So I do that. And like at first I'm trying to like sneak around with the bow that I have for hunting. I'm trying to like stealth kill guys. I do one and then I do the second one and they all see me. So I'm like hiding behind rocks. I'm doing like tonics to like fortify my fucking red eye or dead eye or whatever and shit. I'm just like, fuck. Like I have I put it on Twitter. I have like a slow-mo kill of getting the guy. There's a guy on top of the barn with like a stationary like machine gun or whatever. I was just like, yeah. So
based on your description, this sounds like Cowboy Skyrim.
Basically,
it is 100%.
It's pretty good, but it's like
better.
I don't know if it's better, but yeah, probably.
I mean,
well, just because like
7 years later, but there's like a bunch of like there's a bunch of little things like you have to like eat food or like drink to like. I mean, you don't have to, but like it helps to like
Skyrim
upkeep.
With mods.
Yeah, basically.
If you don't eat, you get underweight, and your stamina tends to work a lot better because you're skinny, but your health goes down.
Yeah.
And if you eat too much, your health goes up, but your stamina.
Your horse's health goes down if it gets too dirty for some
Yeah,
reason.
you have to clean your horse.
Yeah, which I don't have a brush still. I haven't done like a quest that
You
gives
can
you a brush.
you can just walk through water.
As you walk through water, but then
And it cleans your horse.
There's no water when it's all frozen in the fucking mountains I was in. Which I was trying to like find places for shelter or whatever when I was going through the mountains, and I ended up back in the places you started in at the beginning. I'm like, oh yeah, we were just fucking here. So that was neat. So eventually I take them all on and kill everybody except for like one guy. He's left in the barn, and he runs away, and I'm trying to get after him, and then like some other guy drops in from the top of the barn and starts fighting me, so I had to kill that guy, and the other guy got away. And I was like, whatever, I'll leave one to leave the message.
Sometimes if you hog tie him, you can take him back into town and drop him off at the sheriff.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, this guy probably has some like warrants on him, and then they give you like $5.
Yeah. Well, the thing, I couldn't get that guy
that's true,
because some other guy dropped down and tried to get me, and he dropped down like as close as Taylor was. I'm like, and I shot the shit out of him. I was like, fuck you. I was super on edge. What else happened?
Have you gotten your second holster yet?
Huh? No.
Your second holster?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so by the time I'm done with that, it's 6 a.m. after I kill all these dudes.
Like your time or
in the game time?
Okay.
Yeah. No, it was probably 6 a.m. too because I play in the morning because I wake up at 5. So I'm getting back on the path to Valentine. Finally trying to get back. I see another elk. I'm like, I'm gonna get this other elk.
Why? You only carry like one.
I didn't know. So I try to get the other elk, and then I find out after I get it pretty quick, the second one, and then I find out you can't carry 2 elk skins. I was like, what the fuck? I can't have 2. So like at first, I tried carrying the elk skin and just like keep calling my horse to follow me, so I could have 2 elk skins, like have it follow me back to town. I'm like, I'm still really far from town. So what I tried to do was I tried to set the elk skin down and get on my horse and ride it back real quick and then come back to the skin to see if I could do it that way. And when I was doing that, I galloped really fast and I stumbled upon a carriage of these men like fighting. And like one of them was like, what are you doing? And like he drew on me, so I killed him. And then I killed all the guys around him. And then it turns out that it was like 2 lawmen trying to take an O'Driscoll to town. And like it was 2 O'Driscolls trying to stop him. So I just killed everybody. And it was bad. I was like, oof. So, and then there was a guy. It was this O'Driscoll guy inside like the cage on the back of the. I didn't even see that because it was just like it was dark, but it was just like I was just panicked. I was like, I gotta kill everybody, and I did. And then that guy was in there, and like I was just like, I could just leave this guy in the cage. He was like heckling me, so I shot the lock off the thing, and then he runs off, and I shoot him in the back of the head.
No
I was like,
honor.
I give him a chance, but he was like, I'm gonna tell everybody. I'm like, no, you're not. So and then I did that, and then I tried hiding lawman bodies. Just like in the bushes or something, and then some like old guy who rides by on a horse, and I was like, oh fuck, and I go chase him down and I shoot him too, and like his horse runs away. I'm like, oh fuck, and like I go back.
The horse isn't gonna tell anyone.
No, that's fine. No. But like I made sure of that guy's body, and like I went back to where the other bodies were, where I was trying to hide them, and then like they're all gone. And, like, I don't. This is a video game thing. Like I don't know if they like. It's not like Indians stole them or something. Like, I don't know how it works.
Sometimes there'll be wolves.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah,
but there's no trace at all. It was just like they despawned or something. But what happened after that? Hang on. Let's see.
Ryan, you could never just murder like one person. Like if you murdered one person in your life, you just have
have
to.
Me?
It would just immediately snowball into a mass murder.
Yeah, I'd be on the news for sure.
You're like, this guy killed 17 people somehow.
His target was 1, but
Yeah.
too many witnesses and innocent bystanders.
Oh yeah, so I was like, okay, there's no more bodies here. That's cool. After I killed the old guy, that was like he like walked by. It didn't even say he was a witness or anything. He just walked by, and I was like, I gotta kill this guy. I don't know what he saw. So then I eventually I was going again trying to get back to Valentine, and I stopped by a train station that's like on the way, and I'm in there just trying to be like, oh, I'm acting casual. I can buy like alcohol or something, and all of a sudden it's like witness. I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody found that old guy's body that I killed before. I was like, that's fucked up. So, but that guy was like going to report it somewhere, and he rode right by the fucking train station. I'm like, I got this. So I went and I was like, I'm sick of killing dudes today though. So I chased after that guy on my horse and like aimed my gun at him and like threatened him. I'm like, you didn't see nothing. And he's like, okay, fine. And then he's like, I got got again, fuck. And like he tried to like walk out or run, gallop off or whatever. But like he was going to Valentine anyway, and so was I. And he's like, stop following me. And he drew on me, so I killed him too. But like for some reason I got like really like messed up when he drew on me, and I shot and I killed him, and I shot like 5 more times and killed his horse also.
Aww.
I felt really bad about it. I was like, oh fuck. So then
The horse was a narc too.
I tried getting the guy, and I tried like dumping his body off a cliff. And then, but then like some like woman in a carriage with like some guy like driving her or whatever saw, and they started speeding off. I was like, fuck. So I had to go chase after them too, and I shot the driver, and then the woman like got out of the carriage. She's like, I didn't see nothing. It's fine. It's just another day. I'm like, okay, fine. We're cool. And then after I chased them down and did that, and then like the driver's dead, and the woman's like going down to like the water or whatever, all of a sudden it says witness, and it's like, what the fuck did I do? I thought I got rid of everything. I covered everything up, and it's like, oh, animal cruelty. Somebody saw that horse you shot. I was like, what the fuck? This is fucked up. Because I left it like in the middle of like a crossroads, basically on 2 trails. I was like, this sucks. So and then it was like wanted. I didn't even have a chance to do anything about it, and I just like stayed in the woods for a bit. And
Yeah,
then went down.
if you kill animals,
I didn't know.
Yeah, if you kill like a
It's
dog,
fucked up.
everybody comes after you. Everybody
Yeah.
comes after you. It's like the weirdest thing.
It's crazy.
It's like the ATF. Yeah. Anyways, that's cool. I'm glad. The game is full of like weird like little stuff that'll come up. Like I found a Viking axe.
Wow.
Yeah, like a Viking tomahawk,
Yeah.
and then like a Viking helmet.
I'm not done.
Oh, you're not. Oh my God.
It gets crazy. So, okay, I get back on the path of town, and I hear a gunshot, and I hear somebody crying for help, and it's like on like this ledge somewhere or whatever. So I go towards it. I get off my horse. I try like looking over the ledge, and then I stumble and fall and die. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I spawned back next to my horse, and my fucking elk skin's gone. The whole reason I was on this trip anyway. I was like, you motherfucker. I get the way back or whatever, trying to get back quick. I was like, that's annoying. So then I finally keep trying to go back, and it's like nighttime at this point. And I come across a bridge, and there's a Driscoll's blocking it. I'm like, I'm pissed because I just fucking died. And I faced off against those guys, and I fucking shot all of them. And I shot this guy, and I shot his lantern, and he died in a literal horse fire because his fucking horse caught on fire. And then I was still mad, and I got into their horse carriage, and I pushed the dead guy that was driving it out, and I tried to drive the horse carriage off a fucking cliff, and it wouldn't go over. And I got out, and I shot the horse in the ass, and they tumbled over anyway. I was like, yeah, fuck this fucking horse carriage. And then I finally get into town, and it's like midnight, and there's these 2 guys arguing about a game that they were like, you rigged this shit. No, I didn't. Oh, we're gonna do a duel or whatever. And like one of them wins.
Yeah.
And then he's like, who else wants some? I'm like, I'll fucking have some. And I shot that guy and killed him. I looted both their bodies. Idiots. And then I finally got back to town. I hitched my horse. The general store was closed. I couldn't sell any of my shit. I didn't have anything anyway. The fucking other guy was gone somewhere. I went to the bar. I got some whiskey, and I was like, I can't call any women. This is bad. And I just went to bed. And it was like 5 a.m.
It's a long day.
That's my story.
Chaotic evil.
Yeah, basically.
Are you when you talk? You could just greet people. Are you?
It
Do you
was
greet
good,
or
though,
you
'cause-
antagonize most of the time?
I agree most of the time. Sometimes they're
I
like,
love
what are you doing?
antagonizing.
I'm like, I'll fucking kill you.
I love
I'm
antagonizing.
like, but no, it was good because I took my drink, and then by the time I was leaving, it was like daylight outside. I'm like, I should go to bed, and I slept till noon. But like before that, I was heading out, and there was like an escort chick or whatever, and she's like, I followed. I was just going out, and she was already on her way out, and she's like, I bet you could follow this ass all day. I'm like, yep. So, but no, because you can't do that in this game. So I just went to bed.
Yeah.
But there was one night I went to bed in that hotel room, and there's like, it's like the guy next to you is like doors locked, and he's just like shitting all day. He's like, oh, I'm like, what the fuck? And like you like go to sleep and wake up, and he's still at it. And I'm like, oh no, it's like he's like his own character arc of just like the man who has to shit. And like the first time you try to find the woman that's you're with or whatever that's having troubles in that hotel, you can walk into his room. He's like trying to shit in his room. He's like, yo, what the fuck? And like you come back a day later, and he's still trying to shit. It's like, what is this guy's problem?
It's the old West.
He
man.
ate like a brick. Like, what is this?
Wait, did you talk to the woman that needs your help with the body?
No, not
Okay,
yet.
well, just wait.
That's like I've done like nothing in that game, and I've had all that experience. Like it's so crazy because I was just like trying to get back to town, and all this shit happened.
There's a lot of stuff like that.
Also, I get distracted by elk, which are fun.
Yeah, I love hunting in that
Yeah.
game.
So anyway, that was that for me. Sorry, because like halfway through it, I'm like, I should like write this down because it was crazy to me. I don't know if I'll do it every week, but it's just I was like,
There's a lot of like just random shit that'll happen to you.
it's so good. It's
Like-
like it's fun being in like a living world like that where shit can just go off.
I love being able to interact with the people when they're in the random events. I remember I had one where I guess these 2 guys were trying to get into a safe that they had stolen, and I was just riding by, and then I see him, and then he's like, and Arthur Morgan's like, whoa, what's going on over here? And the guys are like, oh, this doesn't concern you, friend. This is just a financiary like conversation between 2 pals. And he's like, a financiary conversation, is that right? And they draw on me, and I do that's when I found that is actually when I found out that if you just hold the right trigger slowly, it like the meter will fill up, and then you'll do a quick draw.
Yeah.
And then you'll go into into Deadeye immediately, and you can kill them all. And then like 8 hours later, I found out if you double tap L1 or LB, you like do a flip before you. Flip it, so good. I love that game.
I did that after the at the very end of the day where I did the duel or whatever. That guy that was bragging. I was like, son, fuck up.
So the little things like that.
Yeah, that's good shit.
But then that's actually when I found the safe. Yeah, I killed them both. I opened up the safe. I got like $300 out of it.
Nice.
And I kept going forward. And that's when I found a Viking helmet. And I found a Viking axe. And I guess there's like other stuff in there that I didn't find because I was reading. I'm like, why is there a Viking axe in here?
That's wild.
There's a lot of stuff in that game. A lot.
It's fun. It's so fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really happy about it. I finally got my bolt action rifle, which is the gun that I used. That's actually the gun that I used in Red Dead Redemption, the first one all the time. Yeah. So I'm really excited with this game because I'm only like 34% of it, and I've got 30 hours in it already. 30 hours.
Yeah.
I played for like 4 hours last night when I came home from the wedding just drunk. It was great.
You want to talk about the wedding?
I officiated my friend's wedding.
Yeah.
That's basically all I did. My friend Richard, who you met last week.
Did I?
Yeah, the short blonde dude.
Oh,
yeah,
Dick.
with his wife.
Everyone calls him Dick.
That was the hardest part, is making sure I didn't call him Dick during the actual officiation. And so he asked me to perform their wedding their wedding for him.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
And that was cool. And I did all that for him.
I didn't realize they were getting married that soon.
Yeah, no, they've been planning this for a while. They told me about this back in like May.
Yeah. Well, because I just met him, so it was just like, wow.
And
that's cool though.
We had a ball, but I didn't realize that he wanted me to be in like the wedding party. I just thought he wanted me to be the officiator.
Yeah. So what'd you do?
So I was like, like last week he's like, oh, you have to go get fitted. I'm like, for what? He's like, oh, for your wedding stuff. I'm like, okay. So then I went and did all that, got all my stuff fitted up, and then I'm ready. He gives me the suspenders. He gives me a tie. They pin everything on me. I'm like, great. So we can just do this. He's like, oh no, you have to come take photos with us. I'm like, what? I didn't know. And he's like, yeah, you take photos with us. I'm like, okay, fine. And then we take photos, and then we do the officiation. Everything was fine. Everything went really well. People said I did a good job. Yeah. I really appreciated that. And then after the fact, I was just having I was just hanging out with the secretary, and Richard's like, get over here. I'm like, what? He's like, you have to walk out with us. I'm like, what? I don't have to do any of this. He's like, you're part of the wedding party. I'm like, you never told me any of this. And so I had to go walk out and do all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I've never actually been part of the wedding party before, ever in my life.
Yeah.
So I set up on the front. It was fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing the wedding thing. Yeah. But I got really drunk. Like really drunk.
Was it like open bar?
It was at the
Elks. Question.
It was at the Elks Lodge, which I've never been in.
I've never been there either.
It's like the Elks Lodge, so it's like $250 for anything. So it's just like I took out $40, and then I had like $2.50 left over at the end of it all, I think. So I'm like, great, that works out for me. Huh. Had a bunch of drinks, had a lot of fun. Had s'mores. It was a nice wedding.
Sure.
But then by the time everything got done, I wanted to pass out, but then I was like, I'm gonna play more Red Dead. And I sobered up, but now I have a huge headache.
Glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too.
Yeah.
I woke up at 11.
I called you.
I was like,
oh man, one womp womp story I have from my Florida trip
womp.
Is the first morning we were there before we went to the beach. We're at IHOP and actually had Pokemon Go open, and she found a Corsola, and like that's a region exclusive thing to like Florida.
Oh yeah.
And like the Caribbean and all those kind of like tropical places. And she's like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. So I caught that one. And I was like, oh great, I can like capture a few and then I can trade it because my mom's like super into it. That was literally the only one I found my entire trip.
Really?
And I was like, I only have one. And then she traded me one, but you can't trade traded Pokemon in Pokemon Go. So I was like, I have one to keep. And I'm like, all right, I guess that's my mom's souvenir. She gets one other one.
Some digital Pokemon.
You know what? It's region exclusive. She's not going to go to Florida. And it was free.
Yeah, she'd rather have that than like a mug or some shit. I like mugs. I'm saying her mom, though.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a mug.
I bought, I think, exactly 3 souvenirs. One was for Adria, and they're the stupid like little unicorno things. Like you can buy them anywhere.
I got this thing for Adria. It's stupid.
I bought myself one too. Well, like this, there's a sad story with these unicorns.
Unicorno?
Yeah, the unicornos.
Aside from the tragic history of unicorns, where they didn't get on the ark and they all drowned.
Yeah.
According to Jesus.
So every series, there's like 1 or 2 food related ones, and every time I pick a box, it is always the food related one. I have 2 cupcakes, a ramen themed one, and blah blah blah. So
I have no frame of reference. What's a unicorno?
they're literally like just cute little vinyl figures that are about this big that look like unicorns and they're themed.
Let me take a look.
Okay.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
Why would you doubt it?
So I bought. It was buy 3 get 1 free. So I was like, I'm just gonna buy myself 2, and then Adria can have the other 2. I was like, I swear to God, if I get the one that looks like a hamburger, I'm going to lose my shit.
Oh, they're Tokidoki.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That reminds me. Look up bots. There's these new Transformers things. They're like these little itty bitty robots, and they're like little things. They look good. They come in like blind bags.
Last night I gave Adria the 2. The one I gave her was the hamburger. And I was like, God damn, I knew I picked it. I knew I picked it up. Like, that is just my curse. The one I picked for myself was watermelon themed.
Okay.
I was like, there's 2 food related ones out of the series, and I got both of them. That is my curse. Every time Adria picks a box, she always gets like the chaser that's like super cool and like, oh God, I hate it. Her luck is so much better than mine. But she liked them. I got Brian a Mufa plushie. It's like the little alpaca from Monster Hunter.
Okay.
It's like
kind of
this big. It's really soft and fluffy.
Of course, he would get a plush.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
No, nothing.
You nasty man.
Yeah. Anyways, was that it? Is that all you've been playing?
That's all I've been playing. I did stuff this weekend.
What'd you do?
So McKenna she's over there, by the way.
She's producing inside live studio.
She has a mic, but she won't talk with us unless she has to. If we get something wrong about Kingdom Hearts or something she likes,
let's talk about how shit that game is.
Just coax her into talking.
Roxas, you have to get.
Is that what he sounds like?
That's what he said. That's Mickey.
Is Mickey?
Yeah. The darkness was in his heart all along.
Anyway. So I've been wanting to do stuff lately, but all my friends are like in couples, and it's hard to like organize shit because everyone's like doing stuff unless we all do a party or something, or Taylor's free because like Brian has a kid and shit. Yeah, okay. So whatever. I'm just saying. So Kenna she has like some Discord server that has people from Arizona in it that do like meetups and stuff. I was like, I'll meet up with people. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, I don't care. So, but like they did like this.
Wait, hold on. Is that the one that we're talking about feet?
What?
Is that the one that you said they were talking about feet or something? And you're like, they're like, oh, I can't talk. They're like, they're not talking about it in an explicitly sexual way, so I can't bend them. But it's still gross.
Yeah,
is
what
that the one?
Fuck?
Oh
no!
Haha, you met up with weirdos.
You fucking foot fetishes.
I don't know.
Anyway, keep going.
It's not all of them,
but some of them.
Maybe.
Okay, that's the difference that matters.
Well, I'll tell you about some of them. Oof. So they had like this impromptu thing on like Friday where they were getting together to go to like some kid's house. He was like 19. I was like, this is weird. I don't know if it was him or not, but no. So it was him, and it was like 4 or 5 other people. Some girl, she like brought her friend, and there was like some other kid, and then like one of his friends. I don't know. But so I go to this. It's like this kid's apartment that he just moved into, and he has like 3 chairs and nothing else.
Yeah.
And like a TV with a dock for a Switch. He's like, you have Mario Party, right? I'm like, sure I do, and I bought it real quick. And I was like, I'll play Mario Party. That's fine. I've been looking for an excuse.
You bought a ticket to go to this guy's house?
No. Because I was looking. I bought an excuse to finally get that game because I was like, should I get this game? I don't know if anyone will ever play it. Oh, here's people that want to play it. Cool. So I got it. Anyway, so I go over to this place, and they're already playing like Mario Kart or something, and like everyone sucks at it. I'm like, okay. So we put in Mario Party.
Scrubs.
And like all the people except for like the guys whose place it is don't know what Mario Party is. Like, how do I play this game? I'm like, it's a fucking board game with Mario characters. Like, just, it's fine. We'll just learn how to play as we go. And like it was like me and this one kid that knew what we were doing, and everyone else was like trading off controllers. They're like, oh, this game is weird. I don't know. I'm losing. It sucks. I was like, okay, that's fine. So it was just, and like, they were like drinking and stuff, but they were like 19. I was like, this is weird. I feel weird about this. And I was like significantly older than everybody. And I was like, strange. I mean, some of them were like 22, 24, but I was like,
does not sound like a fun time.
Yeah, it sounds like
it wasn't bad, but because Mario Party's fun.
Yeah, but it's also like hanging out with a bunch of 19-year-olds.
Kind of, but one of them. So this is one kid who's
drinking.
This is one kid. He's like 22.
Okay,
and he's like visiting his brother, and he lives in Lebanon. Like he's coming to visit from there, and like he's just talking about like all this stuff. He's like, how much it costs to like get shit delivered? Because in Lebanon it's like $7. He's like, why is it so much here? It's crazy. He's just talking about how everything's different or whatever. But like his brother's lived here for a while, so like he knows. So like you wouldn't guess that he's not from here, just the way he acts and the way he talks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he was pretty cool. I kind of like. He was like the one there that I got to like know better because everyone else is just kind of. I mean, everyone else is cool too, but like. I don't know. I talked with him afterwards. We like talked and it was cool. But like at one point that everyone gets hungry and they want to go to fucking Raising Cane's. I was like, fine.
That's the best.
It's not the best.
It's the best.
It's good, but it's like
I thought you grew.
I like it, but I never go by myself. It's like if it's always like other people want to go. I'm like, okay, that's fine. There's better chicken places, but that's fine.
But the sauce is not better anywhere else. That mayonnaise and pepper sauce, whatever it is, it's super good.
It's good, but it's whatever.
Okay, good.
Anyway, so yeah, we go there at one point, and I embarrass everybody because it's like 11 or whatever, and we're in the lobby. And like this kid, the kid we're with, the one that set it all up, he like can't finish his food, and he wants a box, and he's like too like shy to get a box, and he goes up there and comes back without a box. And then one of the girls is like, "I'll show you how it's done," and then she didn't get a box either. And I was like stuck we're like in one of those corner booths. I was like, "Somebody get us a box," and like everyone's all embarrassed. I'm like, "I'm not gonna see any of these people again. I don't give a fuck." They were just like, "Why are you yelling box for?" I'm like, "Listen, you want a box? It took fucking 3 people to get one box. It's not hard."
Wait, how'd they get Raising Cane to not get a box already?
I'm saying like to go though.
You can order it for there, and they'll give you like
You
a little
can?
platter.
Yeah, they give you like a basket or whatever.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
How did they go up to the counter and not return with a box?
Because they're dumb. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
They're just like, sorry if anyone is listening.
You're like telling everybody about the Blowhards podcast.
I didn't say any names, whatever. One of them looked like 90s Justin Timberlake, though. It was weird. I was like, that's strange.
Wait, with the curly hair?
Yeah, like the really short curly hair and like young face. I was like, this is weird. It was strange.
I'm glad you had a good time.
That was all right. But then the next night, there was like this planned thing for like a week or at least. They were going to this place called Snakes and Lattes, which is like some bar on Mill that has like board games.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we went there, and
It's fairly new.
And there was like 15 people that showed up or something crazy. And it was gonna be Kenna's boyfriend was gonna go. He got sick like hunting Gengars or something in Pokemon Go. He like he got like weak knee.
He got like ghost flu or something.
I guess.
He's
I don't know
poison
what
gas.
happened. What's his excuse?
He's just sick.
He's just sick. He was fine in the morning
No,
though.
he wasn't.
He said he was.
The
I was like, "You still down to go?" He's like, "Yup."
The
No.
Gengar
And
licked
then
him, and then he died.
So
And then he died.
He went to go play Pokemon. He didn't drink enough
He got
water,
licked by a
and then
haunter.
He went to go play badminton, and he like exhausted himself, and he wasn't feeling good. In
Oh,
the
yeah.
first place.
He played catching Pokemon and playing badminton.
Without water.
Those are the true heroes of our time. That's good. Well, I'm glad he's okay now.
He's not okay
No.
now.
Oh, he's not okay.
He's still dead.
Well, I hope he's okay
Sick.
soon.
He's
It's like
dying.
a sinus infection.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't blame him.
Press F to pay respects.
You have to push really hard on here.
For F.
Yeah.
Do F. That sucks. I'm sorry.
Feel better though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
but-
you guys went to
So we
Snakes
went
and
to this
Lattes?
thing, and then the first guy I see there is that kid Z. His name's Z. I'm just gonna say it's
Is it-
short. It's
Okay, I was like, his name's not Z.
It's Lebanese or whatever. I'm not gonna get into it.
Okay.
Ever like the night before, the Justin Timberlake kid was trying to pronounce his last name, and he was like super mad about it. He's like, I can't get it right. He's like, I gotta know if I'm ever in Lebanon how to say this name. It's like they're gonna laugh at you anyway because you look like Justin Timberlake. So. It doesn't matter. And that guy was trying to like at one point we were going to Raising Cane's the night before, and that kid was trying to prove how sober he was. He's like, ask me any math question. I'm like, how do you say that guy's name though? He's like, fuck. He was like so hung up on it. It was hilarious. Anyway, so yeah, the next night I go to the Snakes and Lattes thing, and that's like all age ranges or whatever. Like people were, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a coffee shop.
Not like significantly older than me, but whatever. No, it's a bar also though. Anyway, but yeah, all of a sudden it's like they have like 4 or 5 tables all pushed together and like along a, because you know how some places have like a row or like a whole wall of
Boots.
like a booth.
Yeah.
Like one big one though. There's like
Yeah.
multiple tables like we had at the Brazilian place.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of thing. So they have all these tables pushed together, and there's already like 10 people all around it or whatever. And I get in there, and like there's a seat right next to that kid, the Lebanese kid or whatever. I was like, oh cool, I already know him. I'm comfortable around like him. So and then like everyone's like introducing themselves to each other and like telling each other like their username so everyone knows, because like it's in the Discord thing and everyone has like, you know, nobody uses their real name. They're like, oh, it's me, this guy, but here's my actual name. It's like, okay, that's neat. It's a little weird, but everyone was pretty cool. And we we played this game called Secret Hitler.
You found me.
It's really fun. It's like, have you played?
You want to borrow my shirt?
Huh?
Literally Hitler.
Maybe next time. Yeah, in like 100 pounds.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, so have you played this game before?
No.
Have you? No, have you
No,
heard of it?
no.
Okay, so Secret Hitler is this game where it's at least 6 people, I think, 6 or more. We had 6 people to start with, and what it is like when it's 6 people, there are 3 liberals, and there are 2 fascists and a Hitler. And then everyone starts off, and you have to put your heads down, and then the Hitler and the 2 fascists could look up and see who each other are, and then you put your heads back down, and then everyone looks up, and you start off with like a card that has your role in it in like an envelope, so nobody can see it, and you have 2 like ballot cards. One says yes and no, and basically what it is like you trade around the position of president, and when you get president, you can decide who's your chancellor. Or who's the chancellor or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, and it's really interesting. So, like, basically, it's like, okay, here's the president, here's the chancellor, and you draw 3 cards that are either fascist or liberal, and you, as the president, you take one away, and you discard it without anybody seeing it, and then you hand the 2 to the chancellor, and then they see both, and they have to decide from those 2 which one to put down, and then everyone has to, like, discuss it at the table and be like, so like, if I have, like, say I'm a fascist and she's a liberal, and then
Let's say.
wow, and she wants liberals to win, but she doesn't know she doesn't know what I am.
Yeah.
But she knows she's a liberal, but I know what she is because I looked up and saw who the fascists were and who the liberals or who aren't fascists, basically. So I see it, and I have 2 fascist cards and a liberal card. I can discard the liberal card and give the 2 fascist ones to her. And then she has to play a fascist card, and then everyone thinks she's fascist at the table. They're like, "What the fuck?" And like everyone like gets into debates because it's just like, what did he give you?" Oh, and then you can be like, "Oh, he gave me 2 fascist cards." Be like, "I didn't have it," and I can say, "I didn't have a choice. I had 3 fascist cards," and nobody knows that I got rid of a liberal card. And it's like this crazy like debate thing where everyone gets super into it. And eventually, you when you have a card, like if she has the one she left over or whatever, she would place it on this. There's 2 different mats. One says liberal, one says fascist, and like you build it up. And once you get 5 on either side, that side wins. Or no, I think it's 5 for liberals and it's 6 for fascists. But like after like the 3rd spot for fascists, you get bullets and you can kill people on the table so they can't play anymore. And like it's like, and it like builds up this whole meta thing or whatever where you're like suspecting people, and it's just like, wait, you made that decision before, but you're like flimsy about your lies or something, so I'm gonna kill you. And it gets nuts. It's really fun.
Huh.
Yeah.
That sounds really fun.
It's super interesting.
Does Hitler have like a special power that like?
So if because the way the roles go around. Okay, so when you're president, you choose who chancellor is, or you can just do like the meta, which is like the second person to your left, like not to your immediate left, but to that person's left.
Yeah.
Is chancellor, or you can be president and choose who gets to be chancellor, which you want to do if you're either the fascist or Hitler or whatever, because you can control power. And after like 4 cards are down, like after a certain amount of progress is made on the fascist part, if a person is elected chancellor or whatever and they're Hitler, the game's over and they win. Even if they don't have all the fascist cards or whatever. But what happens is that every time a new president is president, and then there's a new chancellor, whether it's the meta or it's like somebody they chose a chancellor or whatever, everyone has to use those ballot cards to vote if they want that guy to be chancellor. So it's like this president specifically chose that guy. Do you trust that guy's judgment? Yes or no? And you have to vote who gets to be chancellor.
Okay.
It's super interesting.
And
it was just like all of us like yelling at each other, and that's all we played for like 3 hours when we were there, because like eventually like other dudes run in. We had like 8 people going, because after when you have more than 6, the Hitler doesn't get to know who the fascists are, so he has to like trust people to be fascists. It's interesting because the fascists can know who Hitler is, because Hitler has to be like head down with his thumbs up, so the other fascists looking up can know who he is. It's really interesting and like super intricate game, but it's like it's kind of hard to grasp onto.
I think I would play the shit out of that.
It's really good.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. And there's like it was basically like 2 halves of the table, because eventually there was like 15, 16 people there or whatever, and there's 8 of us all around the same spot all talking, and there's like this one kid that's like super drunk, and he's just like, you can't even like, he's like total wild card, because you don't know he's like, I'm probably Hitler, but maybe not. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? It's so dumb, and people like argue like, yo, give me chancellor because I voted liberal this one time, and you want liberals to win, right? Because you say you're liberal, but are you? And it's crazy. So, and then like the other half of the table is playing like King of Tokyo or something, and it's like this nice cooperative game where all they're all helping each other and like trying to have like a good time.
The Hitler table's gonna assault the Tokyo
and the
table.
Hitler table's like,
King of Tokyo is not cooperative.
huh?
King of Tokyo. Is
Not that one, but they're playing Betrayal House, which apparently is
that old cooperative game.
I don't, but there's like one whatever. I don't know, but eventually they're playing
something.
No. Eventually that other table started playing what was it? Cards Against Humanity,
Oh, okay.
which like I forgot how to play, so I just didn't. I just told him I'd never played before.
No, so you could
Spoilers. So well, no, because I forgot. I was like, I don't know how this game works.
Right.
Like I just haven't played it in a while. So I did that, and I was like, okay, I did. And then all of a sudden, I was like winning. I was like, oops, sorry. I've totally played.
That's
before.
how you do
Whoops.
it. That's the secret Hitler.
I took Taylor's grifting strategy and just be like, no, but that fucking secret Hitler game is scary though, because like this one guy, because it's like it gets in your head like multiple playthroughs. Because I had this guy, his name's Spooky Doug on the Discord.
So Doug,
and he was on my team at one point. Because I was Hitler when I first started, and he was a fascist, and we were like on the same team or whatever. And like later on, he was a fascist, and I didn't know it, and I was liberal. And he's like, "Yo, you can trust me." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I can't." And like he made me like play myself towards the end. I was like, "I was fucked up," and he was Hitler for the. I was like, "Dude, bro,
you got.
I did, and he was Hitler twice. We called him Double Hitler at the end of the night. 'Cause he got to be Hitler twice. It was great. God, that game is awesome. So it was just a lot of fun.
And it's an actual board game that you can buy.
It's like it comes with like a rules, and it's like this long thing that has like these two placards.
Talk about like making Hitler like the cuddliest thing in the world. We're gonna make him into a board game. That's cool.
It's really cool. But like the fucked up thing is like there was one guy that was with us who was like dead sober. He was just like drinking. Not sober too because I drove, but this guy was just like ordering coffees, and he kind of looked like Bowie a little bit to me, just for whatever reason. I don't know. It's just the vibe I got. And he was just like sitting in the corner, and he was playing with us, but nobody like ever contested him, and like he just like let people talk around him. So like there was one point where he was like bad. I was like, I don't know, I haven't got a reading on this guy like all night. It was fucked up. I was like, I hope he's never Hitler because I'll lose. It was just scary. So
basically, you just have to make it so
yeah.
People have to believe
the
you.
fucked up thing though is that
I can do that.
The kid the day before I was at that kid's house, we were playing Mario Party, and he beat me, and he has like this thing against me now. He's like, oh, I beat you, I'm fucking better than you. So eventually we were playing this. No, eventually we were doing the secret Hitler thing or whatever, and he got a bullet and he shot me, and I was Hitler, and he fucking got it, and I heard more of it. He's like, I fucking beat you with this too. I'm like, oh, you motherfucker, it's so obnoxious. But then he got mad later, and it was hilarious. Because he was like, all these liberals aren't listening to me. It was just like
Sorry. Okay. That's funny. He deserves it.
He looked exactly like this kid from the meme.
When you haven't told Ryan you won yet?
No, because like the other times he was like losing. He was like, "Why is nobody listening to me?" Like you could tell he was like raised competitive. Like he's in the football and stuff. And like if he doesn't win, he's really mad. And he's not a good team player. So it's just like, come on, why are you so mad though?
He should be. It's
because he's 19 and there he couldn't drink. So he's like, I was like, I learned a lot about you in the last 2 days.
Yeah,
it's like you're a jerk a little bit when you're sober, I guess. It was just like woof. So, he seems like a nice kid, but it's just like, Joe, you get super into games.
There's always been. I used to have that when I went to Gilbert High, and I used to play like Gears of War all the time and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I always had a friend. He was a good friend. His name was Paul.
Yeah.
But he was always like, "Oh, Eric, you can't beat me." And then we would always have like a competition thing. But then after he moved away to Maryland, and then I didn't beat him the last time that we played. So like every time that he contacts me, it's like, "Hey man, you remember?"
But that kid eventually got really mad about this game, and then like later on they were having a conversation, just like on that side, like still on that side of the table. There was like one of the mod chicks or whatever, like she brought her boyfriend.
The what?
Mod, because it's a group, it's a fucking Discord server. There's mods. Yeah. Anyway, she brought like her boyfriend, and he was playing the Hitler game with us. And like later on, they're just having a discussion, and he gets the kid that's angry like more riled up because that guy apparently will like argue, like he would argue like this table is white. And like get really into it with you, even though this table's not the fuck white. He'll just like do it just to fucking like, because I mean, I don't know if it's fun, but like once you know somebody's like on edge, it's like the thing with when we went camping or whatever. Like that person's buttons and what to press.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you kind of get into that thing, and like he got so mad that he like went to the other side of the table. And it was just so bad, and like he just like left without telling anybody. Like an hour before everybody else left, he just fucking Irish goodbye and just like was gone.
What's an Irish goodbye?
I mean, you just leave without saying nothing. Niall knows. He's listening. Oh. I think that's a thing. He said.
I don't think that's a thing.
I think it is. Look it up. Anyway, not you.
She's Scottish.
Is she? I probably am too. I don't remember. I gotta look that up.
The Scots.
Anyway, what was I saying?
Okay.
Oh, and then we eventually played Cards Against Humanity, and then everyone left. And I forgot where I was parked for a bit, and that sucked. I had to like circle around
On Mill Ave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It was
happens
just-
a lot.
Like I was like, I'm trying to think how like if my phone is like the place I came out of, and like there's a street here, and then there's like the other set of buildings. I like
Yeah,
I went around, and then that way, and then this way, and I was parked right here. It's like I could have just gone that way, but I didn't know where I fucking was because there's like buildings everywhere, and it's scary. 'Cause I'm not used to things.
I
'Cause
work
here's
in
flat.
that area, so it's like it's hard for me to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to this coffee shop when there's the Starbucks.
Well, it's like on the same road. It's like a little further down from El Jefe.
okay.
Yeah, so it's like right across the street, but like
Okay.
a little further down. Yeah.
El Jefe.
Jefe.
El Jefe.
Yeah, so it was fun.
I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah, and then
I'm glad you're meeting new people that are weird.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, they're pretty cool. That one kid gets really mad about games, so he's like I was when I was that age. But about like everything, he's like autistic king of games. So, anyway, sorry, Eric, I knew that would break him.
Yeah.
So I was on my way home, and everyone was like, I still want to do stuff. I'm like, I'm getting Whataburger, going to bed. Kind of what you want from me. And then like all of a sudden we playing this thing to go to Lolo's in the morning.
Like,
Yeah, and I was like, okay, and like everyone woke up and they're like, yeah, we still want to do it. And at first it was just me and that kid Z and like some girl, and then all of a sudden 3 other people joined in, and like that's where I was when I came. Like that's why I was like late coming here, but it doesn't matter because Eric was late. But like, yeah, we went to Lolo's just like random, just like okay, everyone wants to go do this thing. That's fine. I'm not doing anything. It's fun. So I don't know. It's just getting to know people. It's neat.
that's good.
So, but now I've hung out with that Lebanese kid like 3 times. And we're like friends now, kind of.
That's how it counts. You hang out 3 times to your friends.
I guess I don't know. He's calling me his boy. I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's my boy right there. It sucks though, because he's like fucking 6'3". So like we were hanging out at the end of the night, and he like puts his arm like around me from like the top. I'm like, like, what the fuck? I'm not used to that, because everyone I hang out with is like my height or shorter.
Churro's like
usually.
6'2".
But this guy's like taller though. He's not like thick like Churro is either.
Oh, okay.
He's like scrawny dude. He kind of reminds me of like Evil Abed, because he has like the goatee from Community. It's kind of what he looks like a little bit. Listen, you'll see one day maybe. He leaves in like January though. It sucks.
Okay.
But maybe he'll come back. I don't know. Anyway, news. How long have we been doing this for?
Too long.
The fuck you.
Nice.
Our producer says we've been doing this for too long.
I don't know. I don't know when we started.
Nice.
It should say on the recording part.
Oh, an hour.
Okay, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Fucking Erick Peña COT. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. So you want to hear news?
I do.
You want to hear about the PlayStation Classic? Got its lineup revealed.
Yeah.
It's trash.
Okay.
It's bad. It's $100 without a fucking adapter and joysticks.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, the
Wait.
PlayStation Classic.
What?
PlayStation Classic.
Okay.
It doesn't have a power, like it's USB, so it doesn't need one, but it doesn't have like the actual plug into the wall. So you have to get that separate, or you can just plug it into like your computer, I guess. But a lot of people don't do that. So anyway, it's $100 like that. I think it comes with 2 controllers, but it's not the controllers with the joysticks. It's just like the first ones, because that's PlayStation. It's not
So
good.
the PS1,
PS1,
not DualShock, whatever the hell they were called.
Yeah, I don't know if they were called before DualShock. Bad.
Okay. It's $100
Yeah.
for
But-
what?
But surely it's got 20 great games, right? That are classics.
It's only got 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
It surely has like great games that are classic for PlayStation though, right?
What does it have?
Right? It's got Battle Arena Toshinden, Cool Borders 2, Destruction Derby, Final Fantasy 7.
Okay.
That's getting remade. Grand Theft Auto, we've done that better.
The first one?
The first Grand Theft Auto, the top down.
The one. Oh my god.
Intelligent Cube, Jumping Flash,
Jumping-
Metal Gear Solid's in here. That's all right.
The first one?
First one.
Okay.
But again, that's been done better.
Yeah.
2 is literally the game again.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Shaggle.
Mr. Driller, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, lol. I think that was just free the other day on
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus. Rayman is on here. That's been the original non-remake Resident Evil.
Okay.
Oof. Without joysticks, by the way. The first Persona. when it was called Revelations Persona. Ridge Racer Type 4. Super Puzzle Fighter Turbo.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's okay. That's like the only
It's not
good one.
$100 worth.
No. Siphon Filter.
What?
Tekken 3.
That's a good one.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, the first one. Also without joysticks.
How the fuck?
Twisted Metal 1
Without joysticks.
and Wild Arms.
Wild Arms.
Lol.
No symphony.
$100 US.
No Symphony of the Night.
Nope. No, what was it?
No Rival Schools.
No. It's bad.
What else? What else came out on PS1 that would be very good to have?
That's a good question.
My favorite PS1 game is Legend
No
of
Crash?
Gaia. Well, Crash has the remastered.
Oh,
so
that's
I
true.
don't wanna
No
compete
Legend of
with that.
Dragoon. Legend of Dragoon. Wasn't that
No
one?
Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah.
No Suikoden.
No,
No
no,
Suikoden.
no Chrono Cross
No
like you
Chrono
love.
No Suikoden. No Chrono Cross. You probably can't even mod it.
No Castlevania.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Symphony of the
Symphony
Night's
of
the
the
big
Night.
one. Yeah.
That's real dumb.
It's
Remember what
bad.
I said about Sony
Yeah,
having bad ideas
Yeah.
and copying good
Copy.
ideas and making them bad?
yeah. PlayStation Move. Yeah.
Right there.
Anyway, it's coming December 3rd. Oh boy.
Yeah, those are gonna get because everybody else is doing it. They're doing like they have like the ColecoVision one and all that, and Nintendo's still on top because they know exactly what they're doing. Nobody gives a shit about those games, and you can get all those games on PlayStation.
This
4.
article, the classic will be released on December 3rd. Includes the console preloaded with games, 2 wired controllers, of course, that's all of them, HDMI and USB cable, but no AC adapter, so make sure you have one of your own.
So it needs like a wall plug.
I just
for
have a
that
spare wall plug that's good for the... No? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. It's bad.
That's really dumb.
It's dumb.
That's really dumb.
And everyone on the internet also thinks it's dumb because
good.
it's fucking dumb.
Yeah, Sony, don't do that stupid
It's-
shit.
They're doing it. Let's see.
They had an opportunity to do something great,
Yeah.
and they were just like, "We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do something great. We're gonna do something shitty." That's terrible. Because Symphony, I don't know. Well, Symphony, aren't a lot of the games that we just said like they've all had HD remasters?
Remasters, yep.
That's why.
I mean, even Metal Gear Solid had the GameCube one.
Yeah,
which
that's
is,
why.
I mean, whatever.
Oh, the Twin Snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which isn't. It's
It was
whatever.
great. It was fine. I loved
Yeah,
it.
but it's significantly different enough that people
Yeah.
are like they still want the original, but the original Metal Gear Solid is rough. So I don't know. That's like I almost don't want like an N64 classic because like those games aren't like I don't want those games not redone. You know.
Yeah.
Like because they have like Star Fox 64 came out on 3DS and it's better. Like they
Yeah.
did like a little bit to it, or like Ocarina of Time
Yeah.
on 3DS.
Majora's Mask.
Yeah, like they're better.
Yeah.
So it's just like
You could get Puzzle League, Pokemon Snap,
yeah,
Stadium games.
I guess, or they could just make a second Pokemon Snap. I don't know. Like it's just
Well, I still have my GameCube, like Legend of Zelda. What is it,
Yeah.
like the collector's edition?
Yeah.
The
Collector's
one with
disc?
Master Quest.
No, the one that has it's a silver one that has Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like games from that like generation are just
No, because the Master Quest was Ocarina of Time, and then Ocarina of Time Master Quest. That was the 2-disc one. No,
Yeah.
that was, and then there was also the silver one, like collector's
I
thing.
don't remember.
Is that the one with the Zelda 2 on it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I had like a whole bunch of them on. I'm like, that's a really good thing to keep, but that's really annoying. I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Sucks to suck. Yeah, fuck that. What's the next news?
Red Dead Redemption 2 achieves the biggest opening weekend in entertainment history, not just video games.
Nice.
Entertainment history. So it sold through $725 million in dollars in copies. It's $725 million in copies.
Yeah.
In copies. So just over 3 days for a
Nice.
weekend.
God
So
damn.
technically, there's one higher than that but it's GTA 5, so it's still Rockstar. But that game GTA 5 was released on a Tuesday, so it doesn't count as like an opening weekend thing.
Mhm.
But this is like it says opening weekend to count like movies and shit too, because it made like what Avengers 1 made total, like almost total in like a weekend, because that movie made like $1 billion or whatever.
That's fucking
But
incredible.
in 3 days, this game made, yeah, it's fucking crazy.
That's obscene.
So
That's great.
it's pretty great, yeah. It's good. It's a good game.
They need to make
Deserves
more
it.
Western games. I want more.
Just
more-
everyone.
I want more cowboy games. I loved every one. There
Yeah.
hasn't been one I didn't enjoy, except Call of Juarez 1
Okay, that's fair.
and 3.
It's neat though.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you have any intention of playing this game?
you should play it. Arthur is a good husbando. He has good lines.
See,
I
the
love
scary
Arthur
thing
Morgan.
though is like Taylor gets in the games and then she does like everything. And if she did everything in this game, we'd never see her again.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fine.
She'd be like, "Look, I have to get all the research on all the different elks and shit." Because there's like every animal you survey has like progress meters and stuff.
Yeah.
You have to get like the 5-star. You have to get like 3-star pelts and stuff. And
If you never want to see me again, just buy me the game. It's fine.
wow, rude.
At least for 6 months.
You
It'll
have
probably-
to buy it on PlayStation for her though.
That's fine.
Oh, I thought that would be a deal breaker.
No, I don't care. She'll get the extra content. She'll be gone even
That's
longer.
true.
8 months. Bye, Taylor.
Jeez.
Fuck off.
That's awesome, man. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you think about it, it's 8 years worth of investment, I presume, because they've been working on this for a long time.
Well, I mean, do they have more than one team?
I presume they do.
Because this is like all these dudes are working 100-hour weeks or whatever.
See, but that's kind of like the scary thing about like the AAA studio industry, like game industry. Like games are more and more expensive and
Yeah.
more and more time.
Yeah.
Like if they don't succeed like that, the company literally closes.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
And can you imagine working on something for 8 years and having it be shit?
Well, and
Like
like,
Duke Nukem?
can you imagine like the standard people have for video games? They're like, oh, if this game you're releasing isn't the next Red Dead 2 or God of War, then what's the point of playing it? So you have to keep like stepping
Yeah.
it up and up and up, and like that's just not.
I mean, that's what
thing.
that's what happens because it's like what was the big zombie game that came out and then everyone started doing zombies because it's just like, oh, your game doesn't have zombies. What the fuck are you even working for?
Call of
Yeah.
Duty.
Yeah, was it called? No, Call of Duty wasn't the first one. It's probably like Left 4 Dead or something.
Well, Left 4 Dead came out first, but
Yeah.
then they had Call of Duty Black Ops that had the first zombie
But I'm
mission.
saying like but I'm saying
Oh,
like
no, I'm sorry. World
something
at
start-
War had the first zombie mission.
Yeah,
So
but I'm saying like something started it to be like, oh, here's this thing that everyone like. It's the thing we're seeing with Battle Royale now. It's just like your game doesn't have Battle Royale. What the fuck are you even trying
Mhm.
for if you're AAA? It's crazy.
So for AAA, I think it's going to be open worlds. Open worlds like the big thing. It's not
God.
even open world.
And like that's so intense, and like the studios, they have to put their employees through like 100-hour work weeks with optional overtime,
Yeah,
but they
that
keep
was
track
bullshit.
of who's working overtime. And that's just not sustainable, and it's going to collapse a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we've seen like smaller AAA studios like crash because of it.
Yeah.
So it's
like
been
smaller
rough.
studios literally don't have the manpower,
Yeah.
the money,
I
or
mean,
the time to
who is it,
invest in
Volition
that.
or whatever
Volition,
basically
yeah.
died, and then I mean Visceral's gone.
I mean,
Well, Visceral was murdered.
Sure,
There's
but
a difference.
I
it's
love
probably about the same.
like the new standard of games, but it's like we're gonna start seeing fewer and fewer like major titles like that.
Yeah.
Because companies just can't compete with it.
Yeah. It's
This market is insoluble at the moment. It is gonna crash.
yeah.
In particular, with just the way that things are going. With
Well, it'll crash for big people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care. I got Red Dead 2 out of it.
yeah. From my
Everything can burn to the ground. I got the game I wanted.
Yeah.
well, that's I mean, it's kind of
As long as Nintendo's fine,
It's kind of cold.
they are.
It's kind of cold, but it's like as a consumer, it's just like, oh, if there's less games, that means I can put more time into the ones I have.
Well, that's not even as a consumer. That's you as an actual enjoyer of the media.
Yeah.
But someone who like wants to work game.
Yeah.
yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. So.
But
But it's also like that's why a lot of people are like learning. Like I mean, Kane does his own shit. He's not working for a studio or whatever. He just did it himself, or he's
Mhm.
trying to do it himself still. But yeah.
the market's shifting. So I mean, the standard has now become, like you said, the standard is now.
But there's like
this.
every year I always hear about something. I forget what the exact numbers were or whatever. But there's like every year, like the amount of money that people spend on video games goes up like a
Mhm.
lot. Like people are buying and playing more games than ever. So it's the way the industry is going, like the way people are consuming things or whatever. It keeps going. So that's good.
But also with like just AAA and like major companies, like if this game fails, our company is going to go under type mentality. They're going to start doing safe bets, like, okay, well, what can we remake, or what series can we continue that sold well? So they're going to stop branching out and like picking up new IPs.
Yeah,
like Red Dead.
Yeah.
Red Dead sells.
Well, I mean,
Dead Space is not.
Well, like you probably, this company probably won't make like a brand new IP,
Right.
like, or went that out like more assurance type thing.
The only one that does that really well, I think, is Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo is just like, well, Nintendo tries, like they have, and all companies are now trying to like focus more on indie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if we contract out these new cookie things, they can do the safe things.
Nintendo gets it good with indies though, because like a lot of people that are indie devs now played like NES and Super Nintendo back when they were kids, and they're like, I wish I could make a game that'll be on Nintendo thing, and it's good.
I wish I could work with
because like
Nintendo.
at one point in that span, since those people that are making games now played games, like Nintendo ostracized a bunch of like developers like Capcom and like all those dudes, like because they were the only ones to go to for a time, and like Nintendo was shitty to those guys for a bit, and like they drove them away. That's why multi-platform games were coming out and they weren't coming to Nintendo.
Yeah.
But eventually now they're coming back because Switch is selling now, because that period of like
No, but fuck Capcom still though.
sure, but that period from like GameCube-ish till now, basically,
Yeah.
like it's been.
It was all just first party
like,
stuff
so,
that was quality.
if it wasn't first party, it was trash.
Right.
Because no third parties were really doing it. I mean, Capcom still did like Monster Hunter or whatever, and that was good for like the time for the handheld ones
Where's
or whatever.
my Mega
Those were
Man,
good. Huh?
Where's Mega Man though?
Yeah,
My
Mega Man
Mega
Legends though.
Mega Man Legends 3.
Never ever. Sorry. Would you rather have Mega Man Legends 3 or 1,000 Year Door?
1,000 Year Door. 100%.
Yeah.
Even though it's just 1,000 Year Door,
1,000 Year
you've already played it? Okay.
Yeah. If I had a choice, yeah.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have a choice, like
if you
if
could
it's
do
just
both?
it was just like, hey, we're gonna do this, except we're not, like they did already. Like
Yeah.
you know what already happened.
Yeah.
I just want Mega Man Legends 3.
Gotcha.
I want my shit.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Xbox, there's free games.
Yeah.
I'm going over Xbox and PlayStation ones. I don't know like the Twitch ones are or anything. I didn't get into it. Sorry. Xbox ones. For Xbox One. Okay. Battlefield 1.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I saw that. I'm like,
So, Battlefield 1 is a game, and then Race the Sun is another one.
Race the
I
Sun.
think it's like a phone game,
Yeah.
but it's on Xbox also.
Battlefield 1 is an Xbox Live Gold game, and the Battlefield 1 Season Pass is also free for like the next 3 weeks.
Is it 3 weeks? I thought it was just this weekend.
It might just be this weekend.
I don't know. And then Assassin's Creed 1, the first one, for 360 games, and Dante's Inferno.
That's a great game.
That's what I hear.
Dante's Inferno was so good.
Yeah, I made the choice to get Bioshock 2 instead of that game
Yeah,
on that night.
You fucked up.
Nah, Bioshock 2 is pretty good.
It's not as good.
It's
It's not as good as the first one.
no, or the third one. but
Or the third one.
That's fine.
That's funny. Yeah, that was
So-
the one game that does not have difficulty achievements, so don't bother playing it on the hardest.
Oh, for Dante's Inferno?
Because
I
I
remember you
tried
did
and
that.
I fucking. I was like, "There's no achievements for beating it on hard." Sorry. There's no achievements for beating it on hard. So I put it back down to like normal, and I beat the last boss. I was like, "It's great. I love that game," but it does get a little boring towards the end. All the shock value stuff in the very beginning, because that's when you get through like the lust circle of hell and the gluttony
Yeah.
circle of hell, and then it's like wrath. I'm like, this is boring. I need a new God of War.
Yeah.
Anyways, with
PlayStation ones.
Mhm.
They got Bulletstorm, full clip edition. It's a remaster of the game from
Full Mega
like
League
last
edition.
gen or whatever. Apparently, it has 4K support on PS4 Pro. So if you got that, cool. Also, Yakuza Kiwami, which is a remake of the first one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's free also.
I really do need to play a Yakuza game. I haven't played
Yeah,
those yet.
play that one. It was built from the ground up with a new, more recent engine.
I had a McDonald's employee try to mansplain Yakuza games to me. It was really sad.
You should be like, listen, I'm gonna like regular employee explain this to you. You work at McDonald's and you shouldn't be playing games.
What? People can play games when they work at McDonald's. Why? No? You rude.
No, I am.
You rude man.
They're insulting
That's
my
always
friend.
so bad. Every time you tell me something like that happens to you, I'm like, listen.
Wait, so what exactly occurred? What did he tell you?
Do you know where that symbol on your neck is from?
Oh, God.
Nah, just triangles. I like triangles.
Oh,
I think this was
New
when,
friends can't. Anyway, so
I
Your
think
friends.
this was right after A Link Between Worlds came out, and I said, A Link Between Worlds feels a little bit more open world because you can go to whatever
Any-
dungeon
yeah.
in whatever order. And he's like, that's not an open world game. And then he gave me the definition of an open world game.
it's a game that has an open world that you can go anywhere.
And then
any
he
order
was
you
like,
want.
yeah, my favorite game is the Yakuza series. Have you ever heard of it? And I was like, I just want French fries.
It's not worth it.
And I was waiting for my receipt, so I couldn't just walk away. I was just like,
I'll walk away.
oh my God. And then he explained to me, yeah, it's really cool because when you beat one area of the map, others open up and
Oh
it's
my
really
God.
in depth.
What a
and,
clown.
Oh, yeah, it was a very detailed, I'm not even being polite. I'm just sitting there nodding I'm used to this. Please just give me my
I would just walk
receipt."
away as he's
Yeah, I
talking.
just walk away.
He finally, like, my receipt finally printed. He handed it to me. I was like, "Thanks," and I walked away.
That's for the best.
But so every time I hear Yakuza,
He
I'm
had a
like,
crush
it's
on
a
you.
really good game. But I'm like, one, you just explained something that I already knew, and told me I was wrong for saying it's like something else.
Yeah.
You should be like, bro, I'll play you Pokemon Puzzle League. I've only played it once.
No.
I've only played it once. Fucking
You want to
grifted.
help me get better at this game?
What?
Just play
Act
it.
like that.
Just play it up. Just be a huge dick and be like, and then just cream him.
Oh my god.
That'd be the best. I've had that happen before. Right? I think I told you guys. Like when I worked at GameStop, people.
I
would
thought you
come-
meant getting creamed by Taylor. I was like, yeah, we all have.
People
bad.
would come and talk to me
I got
instead of
scars.
my coworkers there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm busy. Go talk to her. I'm doing stuff. Go
Yeah.
away. Yeah, I hate it. You never worked at GameStop, did you? You
No.
never. Oh,
No.
yeah, you don't want to do that.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they do that now. I was just at work last week and they had that. I'm like, I'm not answering questions for you. I'm
Great.
doing shipment. Anyways, what's the next news?
It's okay. People see me, they don't think I know anything about video games.
Yeah, people see me. They don't think I know anything.
Yeah. It's sad.
I think they expect it of me
Yeah.
when they see me.
What about you, McKenna? Any
No.
experiences?
Not that I can think of.
No. We're gonna make some
It's
up.
happened, but I can't
Oh, it
think
has.
of any off the top of my head.
Huh.
Has it been like that though? Where you've been?
yeah.
It's just like, sir, this is a Wendy's. I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
You're just like, I don't want to talk to you about this
I
here.
remember one time I was trapped in a conversation with someone about like Pokemon breeding, and they're like,
So that's a trap.
Christ.
"Oh my god, was not willingly part of this conversation." They're like, "You've never been able to breed for shinies. I don't know where people think that's from." And I was like, "It's from Gen 2 when you could actually breed for shinies because it was based on IVs. Thank you."
hate
And they're like,
everything.
"No, you're wrong." And I was like, "I am not wrong. Thank you."
I'm not wrong. Look at my shiny. Thank you. Bye.
No, and so they looked it up and they're like, "Oh, in Gen 2 you could breed for shinies." I was like, "Wow, it's like I told you twice."
You're wrong about that Pikachu thing, though. Just
Go back to
saying.
making your sandwich, you artist.
Wow.
I think
Me?
like the most.
No,
vivid-
that's sandwich artist at Subway.
That's not. That man's not an artist.
A Subway artist, a sandwich artist.
That's
Like-
fake.
What were you saying, McKenna?
I don't know. I call him sandwich artist.
like the thing that I remember the most. It happened when I was in Flagstaff. I was at Bookman's, and there's a guy in front of me in line.
It's like, who
and
taught
it
you to
was
read?
Me and like him in line, and had my friend with me, and he was wearing a Sonic shirt.
Oh man.
And then he stepped aside, and he was
Problem
like,
number one.
lady, and
Oh,
let me go
no!
in front of him, and I was like,
That's not real.
"Eh."
Is
No,
that?
it happened. My friend was there with me, and we were just both like, okay, and we went and we left immediately.
Yep.
He had his hair in a ponytail too. Very long.
Oh, that reminds me.
Molly.
Sorry, totally off topic for a second. The guy that listen, hang on, let me pull the picture.
This was like 4 years ago.
Was he
but
wearing cargo shorts?
The most
I don't remember.
the-
I just remember the Sonic shirt.
Of course.
the most milady thing I ever had happen to me.
Okay, go on.
Do I have time to tell a story?
Yeah,
Like,
of
Yeah.
course.
I was at a gas station with 3 other people, and I didn't want anything. I was just there because they were there. And some guy like is immediately starting to talk to me. "I really like your shirt." I'm wearing a Zilla shirt. I was like, "Oh yeah, thanks." And then he's just obviously trying to talk to me. And I was like, "Okay, I'm done being inside this gas station. I'm gonna step outside by the car, and the car is locked." And I'm like, "Oh god." And he comes out and he's like, "Yeah, I'm wearing Ichigo Kurosaki's pants." And I was like, "That's nice." He was very desperately trying to engage me in conversation, but he was
Desperately
literally
trying to,
wearing
like-
bleach pants.
Oh god.
Wait, what is bleach pants?
You know the anime Bleach,
Yeah.
the main character Ichigo Kurosaki.
Okay.
He was wearing those pants and decided to chase me out of a gas station and yell, "I am wearing Ichigo Kurosaki's pants."
What's so special about them pants?
I don't know.
Were they like regular pants or?
No, they're
They're
like
a distraction
they're
for
like-
when he comes out and turns around to parts in the parking lot.
they're black and white
It's fucking
samurai
creepy
pants.
as fuck.
Like the fucking.
Oh, he's wearing
No,
like
no.
a hakama or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh
The
my
pants,
God.
those
Yeah.
black like long. And I was like, "Did you really think that was going to impress me?"
Wow, dude, you spent $40
I was just like,
on shit. That's-
Oh, I remember something else. Okay. I was at a party, someone's birthday party up in Flagstaff with Chris, and one of his friends was like really drunk, and we were all playing Mario Kart, and then after we went to go like grab some pizza, and he was like trying to like kind of cornered me, and he was like, I think you can beat everyone in Mario Kart here, and I was like, okay, thanks. And he was like, I just think you're better than everyone here, and I was like, okay, bye.
That's
Yep.
creepy.
Did he do the thing where he like puts his hand on the
No.
wall?
No, but
Did he tell you how nice your teeth looked, or something? Like, what a creep!
I would love to make a necklace out of him.
It's like Predator.
Okay, so some people can't.
It's so gross.
I understand that some people like can't
Ugh.
get past the awkward stage of being like
A person?
If you like if I like I'm the same way about other things.
They're the PS1 games of people. They're just
Like-
awkward forever.
I try not to wear shirts like these all the time.
Yeah.
Or at least something like
Yeah.
without something
Sure.
covering them up,
Yeah.
because people will always want to talk to you about the things you have on your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies, they
Oh,
always
ladies.
and then especially if it's wrapped in something that they like specifically video games.
Yeah.
And I understand that like you might like something a lot, but you don't have to like advertise it,
Yeah.
and you don't have to. On the other side, you don't have to talk to somebody just because you like something like that.
I told you about the one time I just said to a person like GameStop employee, I was like, "Oh, I like your shirt." And he goes, "Thanks. What's it from?"
So bad.
I was like,
Hot Topic, probably. I don't know.
"No, what's it from?" Like
Oh.
it was a video
Like a
game
game.
shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I was like, I like your shirt is
It
a
was a-
vague enough compliment where you could just say thanks.
Yeah.
But no, he'd be like, "Yeah, do you know what's from?"
Yeah. Time to test you.
I was like,
you
"It's
weird.
it's Monster Hunter Cross." Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Uh,
I
Yeah.
I think I said this before. Like, yeah, I don't. The idea of like just because you guys have shared something, like you guys are wearing you guys like the same thing, does not necessarily mean that like they're gonna like you in return.
Well, like this was just me like paying like a general
Yeah.
compliment. Like I don't if I could
Like,
say
you're
I
like,
like
hey man,
your
nice
shoes.
ass. You're like, yeah, thanks.
No,
Where's it from?
It's like, oh man, I like your hat, or I like your shoes. Like this conversation can end with thanks.
yeah.
Yeah.
It did not have to be continued by like saying, "Oh, pop quiz, pop quiz."
Pop quiz hot shot.
Yeah. You like my shirt? Name 5 of their albums. It's like,
Yeah. No, I understand. That sucks. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's okay.
There's bad GameStop employees.
Yeah.
They're just weird people in general.
You should answer it, but then ask them something harder. Be like, "Oh, it's Monster Hunter Cross. What's the director's name?" Fuck you.
Yeah.
Something like that. Just
What
be
is the
like,
director's name? Do you know? I don't know.
Off the top of my head, no.
I was just testing you. People should just be honest.
I'm
Be
not
like,
fucking- it's not my shirt. I don't know.
no, I'm saying people should just be honest. It's like if you're gonna ask a question like that, just be like, I want to make sure that you know what you're doing. It's like, okay, you're just an asshole.
Yeah.
Great.
At this point, people are like, "Oh, do you like Legend of Zelda?" Yeah. Okay, it's fine.
No.
Oh,
I don't like
you-
Zelda.
Most of the time, I go, "Oh, I never heard of her."
Yeah. Is Zelda the green haired dude?
Yeah.
No, wait, no, he's got a hat on, doesn't he?
I'm gonna call you out though. You've done that to her before.
Yeah. Because she and I are competing, and I treat her like an equal. And because of,
But also, you're kind of an asshole.
it's true.
That's fine. We love you.
All right, what's your story?
Oh, just no, because I remember we were talking. Somebody said something about a guy with a ponytail, and this guy didn't have a ponytail, but it reminded me because this character does. The server we had at the bar that we were at, the Snakes and Lattes, looked like Episode 2 Anakin Skywalker, real bad, and I was just like, he hates sand. It was so bad. Just like,
It gets
like,
everywhere.
every time he left, I would look at somebody at the table. I'm like, that's Anakin Skywalker from Episode 2. They're like, oh fuck! Like everyone saw it because everyone at the table is also fucking nerds. I was like, everyone knows what I'm talking about, except for the younger people. Like that first night, I was at that one kid's house. I was like, none of these kids remember 9/11. Jesus, like they're all born in like 90. Like yeah, I'm a 90s kid. 99. I'm like, fucking guns in my eyes. Anyway, news.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's a Nintendo Direct, 40
Yeah.
minutes long. We just watched it again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was 40 minutes?
Kinda-
Was it really? Wow.
Time flies.
Yeah, it went really fast.
Yeah. And they have revealed the final characters for the core
And the
game
best character.
of Incineroar.
Piranha.
Piranha Plant. So they revealed Ken as like an Echo Fighter. I forget who they said he's for.
Ryu?
Is it Ryu?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Or Ryu, whatever. I don't know. And then there's Incineroar, which is a Pokemon. It's
Mhm.
one of the starters from Sun and Moon, the fire one, obviously. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's fucking Piranha. It's just Piranha Plant. It's not like any
It's
particular
best.
one. Huh?
It's the best. He's a plant.
Yeah, it's great. I think it looks fun, but it's not a character.
Is that the only one that's...
It's just an enemy.
Is that the only character that's just an enemy?
I mean,
But it's not like
like
developed.
technically there are more than one Pikachu, or like there's more than one. I don't have the achievement or whatever.
Any of the peak
Right, but
Pokemon.
they're
I don't have like there's like just Inkling or whatever, because that's like everyone's an Inkling, but it's a thing you play as at least. But like Pikachu, it's Ash's Pikachu. Jigglypuff, there's like the one Jigglypuff in the anime that like always like writes on their faces or whatever. Lucario was like the big deal for a while.
Technically,
Greninja,
there are multiple Yoshi.
that's true.
multiple.
Or like
Yoshi.
or like Greninja is like at one point like fused with Ash in the fucking anime. It's weird. I'm not gonna get into it, but so yeah, there's a bunch of things like that where it's just like
And there's multiple Game & Watch.
that's true. So
But it's not like that's the first enemy character that is not fully fleshed out as like its own character.
yeah,
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah.
How interesting.
So
That's
it's still neat though.
I love Piranha
Yeah.
Plant, though. He's cute.
So, but then all of
Or
a
she.
sudden it kind of like opens it up. It's like, what other just like one-off enemy could they do like that? To just be like, here's this enemy that's because like because people are like, why isn't it Goomba or something? It's just like
Goomba only jumps.
it doesn't jump; it just walks.
Oh yeah, just walks.
Yeah. So,
But Piranha Plant just comes out of a pipe, so I guess it doesn't
but
make
piranha
sense
plants have done like some of them are spiked, some of them have like the fire thing or whatever. Like you see it, like it's like the spike head and like whips around or whatever,
Yeah.
and they can like snap out at dudes and stuff. Like they've done things over the years in their games or whatever where Goombas they've gotten like HD, but they still just walk.
either. That's true.
So I mean, like a regular Koopa could be cool if like it had like because it's like if it had like all the Koopa things mixed together. Like it's like it has wings and also throws hammers and like
And also has a spiky hat.
sure. But like they didn't do that, so I mean maybe there could be a DLC, but hopefully it's not any more Mario stuff for DLC because they announced.
What do you want for DLC?
I don't know.
What do you want for DLC? I know what I want for
Wonder
DLC.
Red.
I want Beautiful Joe. I said it last time.
No,
I think Beautiful Joe would fit in very well.
so would Wonder Red.
We need another
Wonder-
character that can slow down time.
Why? There's so many.
With her regular moves. He doesn't count.
He counts.
Monster Hunter.
You want a Monster Hunter character?
Yeah, because
That'd be alright.
they already had like the amiibo armor, and they have Rathalos as an assist trophy now.
That's if I were a betting man, which I am, I would definitely bet on that.
So
That makes a
generic.
lot
You know how they have the Zelda in this is
Yeah.
like it's the one from
A Link Between Worlds.
yeah.
Mhm.
They should. I wish they would change Ganon to Wind Waker Ganon.
Oh yes.
That'd be so dope.
I do like Wind Waker Ganon.
Twilight Princess Ganon. That's what he is, right? That
Yeah.
one is
This
Twilight
Twilight
Princess.
Ganon.
And like they're putting out. I think they're putting out a new link for amiibos. That's like the
Breath of the
Wild
Wild
one. So.
There's like 5 of those.
what?
Breath
There-
of the Wild links.
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Yeah, but none of them are like in the clothes though.
The Breath of the Wild clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
No, none of them are in the green clothes you get. At the
Oh.
like if you do all the shrines.
The Tunic of the shorts one?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't like the shorts.
But it doesn't look like Link otherwise.
With the green?
Yeah, in like the regular shit you get in Breath
yeah.
of the Wild. So it's like
Yeah,
if
it's
you
fine.
want him to be Link, you don't want him wearing like fucking the Switch shirt or whatever you get in that game. I don't know. But yeah, so and then
I didn't get that.
we watched that, and it was like, there's a whole thing with like spirits that we can't get into because nobody remembers all the details. It's like you can like equip spirits of like character. There's like fucking
There's like rock paper scissors where attack beats grab beats defense,
yeah.
and defense
But
beats
they have
attack.
they have characters like Gooey and fucking Revolver Ocelot.
They have everything.
It's there's like like the Black
Hal
Knight
Emmerich.
or whatever. Yeah,
You know, yeah. Hal Emmerich.
Hal Emmerich.
They have.
They, like and they
have
have
the
they have
goddamn
this
fiddle.
trailer where it shows like how they all got turned into spirits or whatever.
Yeah.
and it's like they have like hundreds of characters, literally hundreds of characters in this thing. But for that cinematic, they put the fucking turnip lady from Animal Crossing. Like, why do you have to show her getting so incinerated? It's like out of all the characters you have, it's like someone got a raw deal from the turnip lady and they put her in that trailer to get fucking destroyed.
Yeah, they try to sell it on Monday instead of Sunday. And all their turnips
they
spoiled.
time traveled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what it
spoiled.
was.
Yeah, it's fucked up though. But yeah, that looks fun. And there's like a bunch of not I mean kind of competitive, but like all the online stuff. How you can like set custom rules to who you get
Mhm.
matched up with and everything instead of being like for fun or for serious. I forget what it's called.
I think I remember
For
in the
glory.
last
Glory.
direct, one of my favorite things is the mode where as soon as you pick a fighter, that fighter is not eligible to be picked
because we
anymore.
do that anyway. But now it's like they're locked out. It's like everyone plays a fighter, and then like once it's the next turn, like nobody can use the fighters they just had.
Mhm.
So that's cool. I can see us doing that a lot.
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah,
doing that a lot.
for
There's
sure.
fucking how many? 76? 72?
70. They say
75.
74. They say 74 with the Echo Fighters, but not including.
PD.
Piranha Plant.
No. With, yeah, I guess not. So 75 with
75.
Piranha Planet.
Piranha Plant.
Piranha Plant is 75, but
And then with the 5 DLCs.
No. The Pokemon Trainer kit only counts as one.
Okay,
So,
that's fine.
Yeah.
So it's 75
Yeah.
plus 5. That's 80 characters.
Yeah. It'll be good.
80.
80 characters in the game.
How many did Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 have?
Like 200 or something,
Okay,
I feel
so
like.
at least we're not getting.
But
to
it
that
was
point.
like different like forms and stuff too, though.
All
It's
right,
like here's Chi-Chi as a girl, and like here's Devilman. Like what the fuck is going on?
Here's Adelaide.
Oh, you said Chi-Chi as a girl. I was like, she already is a girl.
like
and then you
as a
met a
little girl,
child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it just made me laugh. I was like,
Man
man, Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi sounds
Man
like a-
Chi-Chi's just Goku.
No, Chi-Chi has a heart.
Goku has
true.
a heart.
Chi-Chi has a brain.
Yeah, she's
One of my
smart.
favorite like Super Saiyan fun facts is like the
Super Saiyan fun.
It's a new segment, Super Saiyan Fun Facts. with
the
Taylor.
original comic author of the Dragon Ball Z comics actually hates the anime version of Goku because Goku is actually incapable of love.
What?
That's like a Saiyan trait they don't actually love, and Vegeta is technically the outcast on that situation because Vegeta's the only Saiyan that actually finds true love.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why in like one of the anime episodes, like
In
when
Super.
Vegeta in Super, like when Vegeta kisses Bulma, Goku's like, "What was that? What'd you do?"
Goku has
It's like-
2 kids and he doesn't know what kissing is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
He got milked.
Alpha.
Chi-Chi just really wanted kids. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Ugh.
So
Whoa.
literally, Goku does not love his family. That's why Piccolo is a better dad.
Piccolo's a better dad.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Makes dollars.
Makes dollars.
That's your Super Saiyan fun fact.
How
of the day.
interesting! I did not know that. Now I look at Goku as a completely different thing. 'Cause I thought he was I thought he was supposed to be like a good father. I know he cares about him,
Yeah.
but he doesn't like, or he like stands up for them. But
He doesn't like love them in the same way. Like if they were especially in the comics, if they were just suddenly gone one day, he would move on.
Eventually.
Eventually,
I don't know. Like he loves Gohan the same way he loves Krillin.
that's weird.
Kind of. Like it's just they're about the same for him.
Because he got really mad when Krillin died.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
So,
Like you can care for someone without actually
But he
like
doesn't like
loving
love.
them.
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
that's rough.
And Goten's like a side character, so let's be real.
He doesn't count.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's 5 DLCs for the characters. 5 characters.
we know nothing of them.
And there's stages and there's music that comes with it or whatever. They're $5.99 a piece or $24.99 for like the season pass kind of thing.
And they put lyrics to that song from Smash Brothers. That was weird.
That was neat.
I like it, but it's just weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, They've been
So-
doing.
oh,
They've been
and
doing lyrics.
if
and
you
stuff.
buy any, okay, so I didn't know this. I thought it was just a pre-purchase thing. Anyone who buys Super Smash Bros. Ultimate before January 31st of 2019 gets Piranha Plant for free.
Nice.
Okay.
So it's not just like a pre-order bonus or something. It's like
Well, I already have it pre-ordered. So I'm like buying
yeah.
that.
So yeah, that looks cool.
I was
I'm
originally
excited.
gonna wait for like Brian to buy it and then I would just like play on his system, but I'm like, I think
Yeah,
now
you
I
gotta
have
get your
to.
own.
I think everybody
my own.
needs to get it because we're all going to be here playing like 8 on 8, and we only need like our own screens. It's going
That'd
to
be
be
good.
great.
So also for me, there's all the characters that are coming back are getting their own like amiibos too. So I get like a Pichu one and a Daisy one and stuff. It's gonna be good. Yep. Because I don't know how many I have here, but
Astanetta.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about Charizard though. Because there's gonna be I don't know if there's gonna be one for
It'll probably be like
Pokemon
a
Trainer or what?
combined one,
maybe.
or maybe it'll just be Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah. But fortunately, they're just like adding to this instead of doing like a whole new 75.
Yeah.
So I don't have to buy them all again and have like
'Cause you
different prints
fucking
or
would.
something. Yeah. If they did like, here's like, it's Mario and he's in a different power, I'd be like, I gotta buy that too.
You know how
Here's
much
a
money
different
that is?
Pikachu. You know how much money this is?
Yeah.
You know, it'd be nice
No, you don't, because I had some of those imported. They cost more.
if people who already own the Isabelle amiibo can just use that.
Yeah.
That probably it would work.
No, but they have different bases.
they have different bases. Yeah.
I know.
So I
So
gotta
it'd be
buy 'em.
nice. Like you
Yeah.
just like, oh, I have an Isabelle amiibo. Okay,
Yeah.
I can just use her.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
Who?
Where's Lucas?
Right here.
Oh, he's right in the front.
Yep.
Yeah. Lucas.
I have him more in front than Ness because he's
Lucas
cooler.
the spider. He's not.
I like him better
I like
than
this
Ness.
guy.
I should put her more up because she's my girl. Boom.
You have him like literally hiding behind the date.
Fuck Ness.
Dr. Mario just
Losing.
brings up the rear with Bayonetta because it's.
I've had them next to you because you like them.
This is the best relationship. I ship this. Or whatever.
She's like posing and he's like looking at her like with this pill. He's like, ready for your ass? to get suppository or something. Like he's trying to fucking
There we
do
go.
nasty things. What? Don't have him side. Looking all weird. All
Okay.
right.
Oh, okay. Because otherwise it would be weird.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Anyways, what else is news?
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited for this new Smash Brothers.
It's gonna be good. Oh, real quick, the Pokemon Let's Go games, they're coming out in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Apparently, the director Junichi Masuda, he's done like a lot of the games before. He's saying this might be his last one he directs.
Really?
So,
Watch like the stocks plummet and they have to bring him back.
or watch the games finally get good, and they've been like the same thing for like fucking like 10 years or more.
Just getting a change of pace.
It'd just be nice to have anything different. Like, I mean, it could be like a lot worse too. So it's like you never know.
We'll
but
finally get Pokemon Snap 2.
it'll be
horrible.
nice to see how somebody else does it. You know.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that means that they might go in a different direction, like actually having an open world and
Or
actually
difficulty or anything.
Difficulty? Yeah. The games aren't hard.
You're like, what?
They're not really supposed to be hard, though.
They're not. Yeah, they're not supposed to be either. But it'd be nice to have something.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Because like I don't do competitive because that's fucking like a new level of just bad. I don't deal with those kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, Pokemon are just numbers, and I'm gonna organize them to have the best numbers. I'm like, okay.
Like, just buy a calculator and do math and
Yeah,
stuff.
here's a spreadsheet.
That sucks, but I'm glad he's probably old as shit now.
59, I think.
Old as shit. That's old.
That's not that old.
It's kind of old.
Nah.
Anybody?
Is it 59?
It's like going on the freeway. Like anybody going faster than me is a maniac, and anybody going slower than me is an asshole.
Okay.
So he's older than me, so he's
I gotta
old.
look that up now. I gotta make sure I know how old he is.
I don't know what that retirement age in Japan is.
Never.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't really retire. Nintendo's not the type of company that is going to make people run 100-hour work weeks. I don't think. At least we haven't seen anything.
He's
reported.
just 50, my bad.
Oh, he's 50?
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, he's not that
Sakurai got himself in the hospital a couple of times just because he would
Japanese
not
work
stop
ethic is
working.
crazy.
Yeah.
but he's crazy himself.
Well, just like a general like company or company worker policy thing in Japan. Like if you fall asleep at your desk, that's actually considered like a good sign because like it means you've been working really hard and long hours. That your work ethic is so good.
I'm the best
You
at my
didn't
job. I fall asleep every day. No, but that's I never remember how to say his name, but the guy that does One Piece.
Oh yeah,
Like, he was-
Eiichiro Oda.
Is it Eiichiro? Anyway, yeah, he was hospitalized because he was like working so hard because he has to get out a new chapter every week, and now it's like One Piece has to take a break like every 4 weeks because they like make him rest because he does like he has like a really small team because he wants to do like everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. He does all this work. He still like draws everything and just does it every week, and it's nuts.
That is nice.
He doesn't work like he's like I forget what my family looks like.
Jesus.
I don't know if it's that bad, but it's just like, yeah, like
Yeah.
So we talk about Sakurai and stuff and joke around, but it's just like Japanese work ethic is fucking crazy, and they say they're inspired by like Americans is why they do it too. I'm just like, when's the last time you checked in?
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. Anyway,
Last time
what
I checked
else?
in? A while ago.
What?
Anyway, go on. What else we got?
I don't know, I have something about Will Smith for some reason. Hang on.
He's playing the genie in the new Aladdin live action movie.
That was the old news.
It comes out on my birthday.
It's old news.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I don't know what this is. Okay, I'm just gonna skip it.
Okay.
You just, what?
Shit, what was the other one? Oh, that's why Will Smith.
Wow.
You've talked to me once about Bad Boys. They finally said they're doing Bad Boys 3. Yeah. So.
Wait, is that serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, both him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Both him and, is it Martin Lawrence?
Yeah.
They both confirmed it, so it's happening. Happening.
Have you
Happening. I've never seen it.
You've never seen?
No.
You never seen Bad Boys
No.
2? Or the first one?
No.
We really should watch Bad Boys 2.
Okay.
They're great Michael Bay movies.
I've heard it. I've seen part of it at Buffalo Wild Wings. They had it on TV when there was like no sports going or something. I don't know why it was on there, but yeah. Also, Ridley Scott's making a sequel to Gladiator. I don't know why that's happening. And everyone's seen Gladiator. So
Gladiator.
Gladiator 2. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know how that works. Because didn't he die?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he like in heaven fighting gods now or something? How's
God
that
of
work?
War.
Yeah. Or it's shit because Ridley Scott's had like a really spotty track record for everything. He has like one amazing movie and then like one shit one. And he goes back and forth. So.
What was the last movie that he made?
Alien Covenant.
Yeah, it was shit.
I liked it. It was okay.
It was not. So, okay. So
I like that movie for robot Michael Fassbender killing everybody.
he
I-
always does that.
I don't-
I don't know why they bring those robots with them. They fucking always freak out and kill people.
Yeah. But I don't like that movie for being more alien stuff because it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that much about alien stuff, but I like Michael Fassbender being a weird robot, man. So that's good. Anyway. Oh, I had Taylor look this up. So the guy, and you haven't finished this either because you started Red Dead Redemption. The guy that did Undertale put out a new thing. Yeah. It's called Deltarune.
It's an anagram.
Yes.
And I love anagrams.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be just like a demo or something.
It's when you pull it up now, it says Deltarune Chapter 1.
Okay.
So it's like the first part of this game called Deltarune. And then like there was a thing. So when you clicked on it, it didn't tell you what it was. It was just like on the Undertale like Twitter. And you click on it and you didn't know what it was. And it just said like survey or something, like survey.exe or something. You click on it, you download it. And it tells you, like, but when you click on it, it says not to say anything about it for 24 hours. Like, I was, like, in the moment for this. It was cool to be, like, part of this thing. And I download it, and it, like, has you create a character. And it's just like, what's this character's name? Oh, it doesn't matter. None of your choices matter, which is, like, hugely different from how the Undertale worked. So it's just like, what the fuck's going on in this? And then, like, you start playing the game, and it's, like, it's all the Undertale, like, assets and, like, characters and stuff in, like, a normal world. And, like, you're in school and stuff. And then bad things start to happen and you get into like a quest and it's weird. But I don't want to say too much about it if people want to go play it themselves, but it's
I'll probably play it. Did you play it?
The Deltarune? No. I've been on vacation.
Oh, right.
week.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Just got back. Haven't even turned on my computer. And Ryan's like, have you seen a thing? I was like,
yeah.
No.
Like,
So,
no.
I figured you'd be interested at least. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know.
definitely.
No.
Did you play it? No. Okay.
No. But it's but like after 24 hours he like came out and like he had like a blog post up or like a twit longer or something. I forget what it is.
That's the name Toby Fox, right?
Yeah, Toby Fox.
Okay.
And he put up this thing, and he's just like, so yeah, the demo for Undertale took me like a couple months, and he's like making this small thing. The chapter 1 for Deltarune took me 3 years, and I don't know how long it's gonna take. Like he straight up says in this thing, he's like, I don't know if I'll finish this. He's like, maybe I'll get a team. He's like, I'm definitely not doing a Kickstarter again. It's like I guess there was like too much. Like a bunch of like business stuff or whatever. It's just not worth doing or whatever, especially now that he's had success with his first game or whatever. So it's just like, so yeah. And he says he doesn't like to spend more than like 7 years on a project, so that's interesting. But it's also like if you look in the game files, some of them like for some of the character arts that he has date back to 2012. So like some people are thinking like, oh, maybe it comes out next year because he doesn't want to spend more than 7 years on a game, and he's been working on it since 2000. Because he's very like coy like that, where it's just like, oh, can I have like he has like a Q&A thing. He's like, can I have more of this? It's just no. He's like, stop asking. It's stuff like that. Like he's very like blunt but also funny. So it's interesting, and like there's like because that game's big on story. And there's like a whole bunch of people like questioning like lore stuff and being like, how does this connect to the other one? What's it do or whatever? Cause I think at one point it like reads your, at least if you have it on PC, because it's only on PC right now. It like reads to see if you have Undertale files and like what you did. So in that game, so I think it does that. I'm not sure, but like it's interesting, and I liked Undertale, and I want to play this new thing too. But hearing that he might not finish it. And also hearing that like it's chapter 1 of a bigger game, so like when the bigger game comes out, I'm gonna have to play chapter 1 again. I just kind of didn't want to play any more of it because it's like when I get the full game, I'm gonna have to replay it. So I'd rather have it be whatever I have left for chapter 1 be a surprise.
Yeah.
Like it's like a weird mentality, but I'm just like I'd rather just wait because like it's like when there's a new Nintendo thing out, you're like I'm gonna get it. Like this guy is like he proved it to me with Undertale. Like his next thing, I'm gonna get it. Like I don't have to know what it is.
Well, when it's actually out,
right, exactly. Like I'm not gonna kickstart it or whatever. But once it's a physical, or not physical, but you know what I mean. Once it exists and people can buy it for purchase or whatever, yeah, I'll get it because it's his thing. I'll probably get it like right when it comes out because.
I mean, I waited. I don't even know how long it's been since Undertale actually came out, but I finally started playing it last month. So
yeah. Well,
did you get it on the Switch
though? Yeah.
There's additional content on the Switch, and I'm like this close to like buying it.
Is there really?
Yeah, there's like there's a whole nother boss in other area.
That's crazy. So 2015. So it's 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll wait for that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like when the new one comes out, like that game left such an impression on me that it was like almost game of the year type thing for me. Like it was big.
Really?
Yeah. But then fucking Bloodborne was out, and I was like, that's better.
didn't like Yahtzee from his YouTube channel.
Oh, the zero punctuation guy?
Yeah. When he does like best indie game of the year
Uh-huh.
and he usually goes, I usually only do the ones like I have made a video and critiqued. He's
Yeah.
like, but push all that out of the way because I'm going to talk about Undertale. And
cool.
he had nothing
Yeah.
but praise for it too.
That's another thing though, where it's just like, this is great, but the fandom's scary. And I don't like, some people are just really weird and they get super attached to things. I'm just like, can you not?
Dude, like as soon as Undertale came out, I ran into like 3 different like. My blog is like I am Alphys, and I'm I'm
one of the
Kin,
characters.
and if you are also an Alphys Tumblr, please block me. I'm going to block you. I am looking for my Undyne. I could not make this up.
People are so creepy.
It was really creepy.
But yeah, let's go meet him in a weird Discord chat. Let's go do
That's
that.
different.
Is it? Yeah, people tend to... What's a good way of putting this? Attach, I guess?
Right.
Glom onto. Just...
I met people on Discord, not Tumblr. It's different.
It's
Tumblr's scary. I'm not going there. Only Taylor can survive there. She's strong. I'm weak.
She's stronger than us.
For sure.
I think I
She's Super Saiyan. Look at her hair.
That's true.
Super
I went
Saiyan
to...
facts.
I remember I used...
I already forgot.
I used to just blindly hate all the people that not hate all, but I used to just blindly like have disdain for all these people that would be on Tumblr.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I should probably go on there and check to see what kind of stuff they have, and I was right. I was 100% right.
It kind of depends on like what you search for and things like like anything. You can curate a circle to have whatever, but
it was just like I signed up for it, and it was like, oh, these are the things you'll like, and I clicked on it. And I'm like, I don't like that at all. I don't like it at all. People put too much emphasis on their
anything.
Little thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not my thing. So, in this one in particular that you saw, I know it was a while ago. They specifically said that they are this person.
Yeah.
Oh, this character.
They said I am so and so Kin, and I.
Are you sure it wasn't a joke? I hope it was.
It's not.
You know, the fact that I ran into like 3 different ones, I'm
Oh.
sure one of them was a joke. But there are other people, and I'm like, you also think you are a Rose and a Latios.
What?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Same blog.
Like you think she's a...
Pokemon.
Okay.
It was
Woof.
just, it takes all kinds of people.
Yeah.
And like some people,
It shouldn't though.
like if you meet them in person, like they'd probably seem normal, but as soon as they get on blog, like or on the internet where they can be whatever they want to be, they're like, I am everything. Just like, no.
I am Mother Gaia.
Yeah.
I was at when it was Community Day.
Mm-hmm.
Mongo, the last one.
Okay.
We went to Kiwanis Park.
Kiwanis, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, we went there.
Yeah.
And we were walking around, and I saw people cosplayed in Hitalia.
Oh,
stuff,
yep.
And they were role playing.
Is that the German one?
Hitalia is the one where everyone's countries.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I took a picture of them.
They're like people. It's like their characters are like people, but they're countries.
Their country is like how Girls Frontline, the girls are guns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But they were dressed up as them. It was like hot out, so I'm like, I don't know why you're dressed up in hot clothing, but they were like role playing.
Like she was like, no, I actually am Ireland or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what that anime takes place around.
World War
one?
II.
Oh, it's World War II?
Yeah.
Really?
So there was someone dressed up as America, and then
They have a cheeseburger in their hand? Oh.
It's World War II
I
America.
don't know all
You
the
gotta say that's for the
characters.
troops.
but there was 2 blonde people, and then a girl dressed up in pink.
Huh.
Who was pink?
What?
Who was pink?
I don't know.
Probably
I
like
don't know who
Hungary
they
or
are.
something.
I
don't
never
know.
watched it, so I don't know.
I have no idea.
People.
I met
attach
somebody
themselves
once
to
that was like really into that what's it called?
Axis Powers Hitalia.
Yeah, but they did like fanfic.
Ah.
And she had me read it, and I was just like,
this is bad.
it was weird because it was just like America said this. I was like, what? Because of the characters that are the countries. I was like,
Like,
it's strange.
I've
And it had like Quebec trying to be taken seriously. I was like, it's cute, but I'm just like, man. It's like it's one thing for it to be a fanfic. It's another thing for it to be a fanfic for something I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's another thing for it to be sentient countries or whatever it is. I'm just like, it took me a second, but then I was just like, oh, here's where your writing can improve. I figured it out because I know how to write.
You need to not write
So.
this. You need to write something. That's where you can improve it.
More news.
Okay.
All right.
BlizzCon happened.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
happening. There's a bunch of things.
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch has a new character
Yeah.
called Ashe.
Yeah.
So,
She's aesthetic.
but
black
it's
and
just
gold.
like,
Black and gold is.
but
good.
it's like her name. Oh God. This just in from.
Oh, that is much worse than I thought you. Sorry.
Yep.
That's I would say I don't know what I was expecting. Ryan.
You were
Great.
thinking like anime convention, like
Yeah,
you know?
at least that's just like the delightful children from down the lane in the park. That's awful. I'm sorry. How long ago was that?
That was like a few weeks ago.
Oh, so it's still kind of warm out. That's even more unfortunate. Anyways, what are you looking at? The stuff that happened for BlizzCon. So they announced a new character.
The new character called Ashe.
McCree.
But like her name is spelled ASHE.
Ash.
So it's just like, oh, the new Overwatch character is Ashe, but it looks like a she. I'm like, of course it's a she, but what's her name? And people get so mad. Of course it's a she. It's Overwatch. They only add women now.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
that's fine.
And hamsters.
As I say, Doomfist.
Doomfist, I guess.
I guess he's not a woman.
No, I know.
Probably. I don't know for sure.
Okay, so
He's part robot.
Wait, Hammond is not a guy?
I just said hamsters. That's not. It doesn't count. Doesn't matter what hamster is.
Okay.
I don't care about hamster gender politics or whatever the fuck. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Taylor. I'm not gonna let you get me.
Not this time.
Apparently there's like I haven't played Overwatch in like 4 characters, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
That's if you want to tell time that way. But apparently she's from like the same gang as McCree.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I haven't played this game in a while. She has fucking the pistols with the thing. What are they called? Levers.
Yeah, she's got a
So she's
lever
like-
action revolver
Yeah.
and lever action.
People can spin a lever action revolver. That's cool. Or not pistol. Or
you
rifle.
you shouldn't do that.
They're neat though.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
That's cool though.
It's gonna go off in your face.
I'm surprised you don't like her robot butler. Bob.
Oh, Bob or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
She has a special that's like its own character and has like its own like buffs and stuff that it can do. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically
And
another
then
character.
there was another character that was announced, kind of like that thing that came out of the ball.
The people who think it's like Athena or something.
Is that what it is?
All right,
It's
I
got a
seen
big
No
butt.
idea. It's got a big butt.
the
Great.
white and blue robot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, that's probably something that people are gonna get too attached to as well. It's that robot.
Heroes of the
robot.
Storm got a new character
Huh?
called Orphea. Heroes of the Storm. No one cares.
Yeah, nobody. Plays and I know they announced something that made it.
they gave. Oh, there's a new Hearthstone expansion. Nobody cares about that. There's. Okay, I gotta find this real quick. I have a picture somewhere.
a picture of what?
There's a fucking Lucio cereal coming out. It's
Lucio's?
Lucios
Fuck off.
by Kellogg. That's a real thing coming out in stores.
Nice.
What's it flavored?
It's fucking green. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
We've
It looks like
come
Apple Jacks.
Full circle.
Anyway,
I want Apple Jacks. I haven't had those in
Great.
forever.
oh, big thing for Blizzard. If you care, I kind of might get it anyway, just because it's free. Right now, for free, you can get Destiny 2, the base game for
Mhm.
on PC. Is free till the 18th
Yep.
of
Okay.
November. So if you
Might
want
as well
that,
get it.
I might as well get it on a third platform and not play it. Whatever. So
I mean, Stuart was telling us that it got fixed. I don't know. Because he was one of the people that was telling me
if
that.
that's one of the games that eventually gets like cross-play between all platforms or whatever,
Yeah.
I'll play that.
'Cause
I'll
you-
play on like my PS4 one though. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's the only one I have a character progressed in.
I don't know why they don't have just servers that could,
I don't know.
you know, the actual transfer servers from Xbox to PS4 or vice
Yeah.
versa.
Somebody saying stuff? What is it saying?
What are they?
Wired asked if are they on the news.
Yeah. Oh, great. Thanks. Anyway, Destiny is free. Let's see what else. There's a Hearthstone expansion. Oh, they announced the release window for WoW Classic, World of Warcraft Classic, which is a 15-year-old game that has a launch window. That game came out in 2004, and they don't know when it's coming out again because people just want old things forever because new shit sucks, apparently.
Yep.
So great.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a new co-op commander for StarCraft 2. I don't know. The big news that's not even on this list is that Diablo has an amiibo.
I saw that. That's
the
really
Blue
cute.
Goblin, and it's adorable as fuck. And everyone should buy it.
I like that one.
Blue Goblin.
Aren't people like really upset that like Diablo's coming out as a mobile game.
Oh, right. So they're like, we have a brand new Diablo for you. And everyone's like, oh boy, it's Diablo 4.
Remember what you said, that old
Get
shit
hype.
is better?
Get hype. It's Diablo 4. Nope. It's a phone game. And it's bad.
Why is it bad?
Because it's a phone game. No, it's bad because it's like a reskin of some other game, basically. That's what people are saying. I haven't looked into it. I don't care. Diablo 3 just came out for Switch. I can finally play that game because it fucking crashed my PS4. It did. It sucked. So, yeah, I don't know.
My bad, Diablo. For
And like, I saw people being like, oh, Diablo Immortal, the phone game, that looks cool if it was coming to Switch, but it's not. It's going to be on my phone. I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
People like controls. That's why we talked about last week, that Xbox thing where they're going to do like the little add-on things for like tablets and shit. That's a good idea.
Smart idea.
People like controls.
People like buttons.
Yeah. Thanks, Nintendo, again, for proving that people like on-the-go shit with controls.
Yeah.
Anyway.
100%.
Yeah. 100. Sorry. Did you see this real quick? I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just,
Okay, good.
it's funny because he's got an Owen Dunn background, whoever that person is.
Yeah.
They need to make more rhythm games. I want more rhythm games, specifically like Owen Dunn or Elite Beat Agents or something.
Anyway.
Is that all for the news?
I think that's it.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that's it.
Good. I don't know how. I need to actually watch stuff on this new Diablo,
Yeah.
but I am more excited to just buy Diablo 3 on my Switch.
Are you going to get it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna see when
I should get it too.
Yeah, we'll play.
Yeah.
Because I need to.
I know we're going to play between Red Dead and new Pokemon and Smash Bros.
But eventually we will play. Because
Play it like next summer.
Diablo's like a fun game to just
Yeah,
do the thing for.
for sure.
Do you have something to say? Oh.
We're waiting. Is it almost question time?
Oh, you going to read us questions?
That's
I had
what
it
we
pulled
did
up over
last
here.
time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she asked questions too. That's cheating.
Young Jamie's gonna ask us
Cheating.
questions.
That's not cheating.
Okay, so what's the questions?
Okay, so Expired asks, how rough is it to get booed on stage? Do big companies like Blizzard just say, well, we won't do that again?
How rough is it to be booed on stage? I've never been booed on stage. I have been on stage. I've never been booed on stage, but I can assume it must be pretty hard.
It must be rough.
heart-wrenching.
But
Yeah.
also, if you're like a company, I don't know. If you're like this entity that's not just one person, it's different.
Yeah, it'd be like if I was presenting something that I personally like worked hard on and I'm personally invested in, this is all just
Yeah.
me and they boo it. That's me personally.
Well, and that's the difference too. Because remember, like 2 years ago, they had the Yarny guy on stage
Yeah.
for what the fuck's that game? Unraveled.
The shaking man of yarn.
Yeah. Or they had which is like this guy has like the saddest life, but the guy that did No Man's Sky,
Yeah.
like he's like a team of like 4 dudes, and he's just trying to present this thing, and everyone has like all these expectations, and it's just like that sucks.
Or bring it a little sooner. The Savage Season. The Savage Season guys. They're like,
Yeah.
what do you guys want? We want it to work.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on like how big a company you are or whatever, that you can just say like fuck it, or maybe you just respond and you're like, hey, we'll try to fix this thing that you care about.
I think it's okay if you get booed because of something that your actual consumer base doesn't want.
Yeah.
Maybe you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like making Diablo on the phone.
Yeah.
Maybe
And at least you get instant feedback that way. Nobody
Yeah.
wants this shit. If you don't want to get booed on stage and you're a big company, don't have an audience.
Yeah. But you know what? They did the same
You
thing.
just get downvotes or whatever it is.
A lot of people, the people that go to BlizzCon,
Yeah.
are not like the casual gamers. You're
Yeah.
gonna have like the hardcore people that go in there most of the time. You're spending $190 or whatever to go to BlizzCon, so it's fairly safe to assume that maybe that's not the place to announce that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
because it might actually be successful if you just announce it like as a trailer for something,
Yeah.
and you don't make a big huge deal about it.
Mhm.
Because people that want to have Diablo 4 are going to go to BlizzCon just for the chance that you'll see something like that.
Yeah.
Not what was that card game that they were working on too? That everybody was like, "What?"
No, that's not them.
Well, who was that?
That's Steam.
Okay, yeah,
Artifact,
Steam.
the,
Yeah,
the
Steam.
Dota card game.
Yeah, they're like, yeah. Well, everybody's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Not exactly what they want."
Well, because Steam's like, or not Steve, Valve specifically, are they're like, we have a brand new IP or a brand new game or whatever, and it's fucking Dota card game.
Yeah, and they were like, "Yeah."
Can you imagine if this year you specifically being a Diablo fan spent the money and like plane fare and all that shit to go to BlizzCon, and it was like it's a new Diablo thing, and you get hyped for it for like a second in that moment.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's a phone game.
No, and I can imagine being upset over it.
Yeah.
Like that's fine.
It
Yeah.
reminds me of a few years ago at E3 when like they were like, we got Kingdom Hearts announcement for you, and then like they played a trailer and it was like for a remake of a game, and everyone's like, oh. And then right after that, they like did the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, and like it was just crickets in the audience. Like no one was excited. And then, like,
nobody gives a shit anymore.
it's like it's hard to gauge like audience, like even like neutral audience expectations.
Yeah.
Like if anything but hype, it's just like companies like, oh no.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's
Well,
okay.
they did that. They did that
Neutral's
with.
fine.
They announced they were talking about the port for Final Fantasy VII, and then they talked about the actual like remake they're doing, which is eventually TM. Yeah,
It's never happening.
It's not happening. But it's just, I don't know.
I
Hopefully
wonder if
people
he's
learn.
ever been booed on stage.
I don't know. Can you imagine being at the live like Nintendo E3 where they were like, "Here's the Wii U,"
Oh,
and be like, "What is that? I can't. Is it like a VCR that goes somewhere?"
yeah, we don't know. Is it just a
Like,
controller?
nobody knew what it was. It was dumb.
But
Yeah.
okay, if you were to imagine being there, it's like 2004. That's when it's like you get the awkward
When you
bit.
couldn't get Wind Waker to work or whatever. They always have trouble with Zelda. I don't understand it. Or they
Right.
did when they did it live. Yeah,
That's what they just do a
that
trailer.
window is gone. You can't see Nintendo Live anymore. It's all directs. Yeah. That would have been cool. We fucked up.
Nintendo does direct so they don't get booed on stage.
Exactly.
and so they don't have technical issues, so
Yeah.
that makes sense too.
Yeah, because they would have been booed on stage every year they had a Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you for the question.
Okay.
What's the next one?
He also asks, Smash hype.
Smash
Do
hype.
you like the idea of a special edition console releasing before the game is officially released?
It's fine. It's for people who don't have a Switch yet.
Yeah.
That are
Yeah.
wanting to get it and like wanting to pre-order it. That's cool.
I like it, but I don't like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Like
a personal attachment to my own Switch, so I don't want to get another one.
Which I don't have anymore because I'm bad with money and hardware. I had that Halo 5 Xbox One for a minute.
Mhm.
They did like Halo 5 sounds. That
Yeah.
was cool, but then I got rid of it.
Yeah, you did.
So it's just like, and it's like, I like the idea of it and like custom, like, you know, variant hardware like that or whatever, but it's also like, it's electronics and it's going to be out of date in like 3 years.
Mhm.
I want if I'm gonna get something that's like a special console, I don't want it to look to have the same shape as the regular one.
You
I want
don't?
It to, no, I would like to be like shaped differently.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's my thing. It's just like
a
it's-
Diablo 3 console is shaped like a skull.
Well, because
Like,
my thing
cool.
right now is like there are people out there that are like, I held off on getting a Switch, but now it's Smash Bros. And that's my shit. I gotta get a Switch, and I'm gonna get the special one. But also, I just heard that like sometime in 2019 they're putting out like a Switch XL or something. Like because there's been that news. We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
They're doing like a Switch revision. So it's like, do you wait, or do you get the special one? Because at least it has like your favorite characters like painted on the front, or do you get this one that like runs games faster or whatever it's gonna or has like an
I think they'll do. I think this is good having choice.
sure.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
I was talking to someone. They're like, "Should I get a Switch now or should I wait?" And I was like,
get a
well,
Switch now.
I actually said either way you should wait because I'm like, if they do announce a new console,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a price drop for the original.
That's true. It depends on how badly you want to play Smash.
But I was
Brothers.
like, but if there are games you're wanting to play right now, it would not be a bad investment to buy one right now. But if
Yeah.
you're not in a rush and you have other games that are filling your time, definitely wait either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think if it were up to me, like me personally, I wouldn't. Like I bought it 10 minutes before it came out, so
Yeah.
you know, I just wanted to make sure I had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for this new one, I'll probably buy the new one as well because Nintendo does no wrong. So I don't recommend you wait. I recommend you buy it
Yeah.
if you really, really want it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's neat.
He also asked,
Nice.
Red Dead 2 sneaking in for Game of the Year. Are other companies going to have to up their open world strategies?
We just
Yeah,
talked
we
about
talked
that.
about that a
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
So
I hope not. God.
Like,
I
it's
don't-
not sustainable to keep upping it past like a certain point unless they start making shortcuts other places. Like they're gonna have to start like making assets, like
Yeah.
community assets, and like being like, okay, we don't have to have as many artists because we have all
Right.
this pre-made things.
Well, I don't think. I mean, just in general, like the making a game open world isn't like the key to success. It's like putting something like into it. You know, like
it's filling it.
well, because Mario Odyssey isn't technically open world Mario, but it's like it's a change to that. It's not just like new Super Mario Bros. Wii U, Switch, or what. You know what I mean? Like it's not like another site, or it's not the 3D world or whatever. It's like they went back to something they did before and made it like way better, and like they changed what it means to be that kind of game. And like Zelda did that too, but in Zelda's case, it is open world, so it just depends on how you do it and like what, because it's like there's another. I mean, it depends on who you ask too, but like there's another Assassin's Creed out, and that's open world, but that's never been like
Yeah.
You're not calling Assassin's Creed Game of the Year. I mean, some people call Assassin's Creed Game of the Year, but it's not
Those
because
people are wrong.
For 4 it was. I would argue that they were good because 4 was good, Black Flag, but it's not. That game's not Game of the Year because it's open world. It's because it's open world and it does this, or like it has a thing it does. Like, and in Red Dead's case, it has like that realistic, like slow pace, like we're getting into it, and like it has like the story that's like captivating and everything. So
regardless if it's open world or like more on the rails linear, it's the level of detail, or I guess not the level of detail, it's the attention to detail. Like, are the things that they implemented well implemented?
Right.
So it doesn't have to be an open world game, but if it's like a linear game, it's like, does it have a really great story, or the things you do along the way impactful and stuff like that? Like, that's why like I thought Undertale was such a great game. Yeah. It was a linear story, but the things that happen during that story leave you on such an impact, and there are things that are different. Like, spoilers, when you're doing the final fight, if you die, your client crashes, type stuff.
You okay?
Yeah, I didn't want to hear it.
I kept it very vague.
Okay, that's fine.
I didn't use like names or characters or anything like that.
I didn't catch what you were doing. That was weird.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's how it's going to be. Like, 'cause that's how it was on the PC. I don't know how it's going to be different on the console. So.
I didn't hear it anyway, so
good. But like that was something that was a very unique experience to that game.
Well, it's like Shovel Knight was big and still is, and it's like that's like. It's basically DuckTales and Super Castlevania 4, but it's like they do it well, and like they have like the exact like that game could basically run on like NES or whatever because they only use so many colors or whatever, but they do it. I mean, they kind of fudge it or whatever a little bit, but it's like it's not just like retro platformer. Like they really put effort into it to make it like this thing. Like the jumps work the way they do. The music is awesome. Like the novelty of it being like a character with a shovel or whatever, and like having like the little like story beats or whatever. People being like, "You're not a knight, you're a shovel."
There's multiple things that work in its favor, and that's the key because. When you have the idea of having the formula being like open world game that's going to sell, that's not necessarily how it always works. Like I like the story in Far Cry 5. I say that a lot, but the open world itself is lacking. If it was just like mission to mission, I would have enjoyed that a lot more. I think. And then like Red Dead Redemption is a big open world, and it's not just the fact that it's open; it's the fact that they filled it. Like there's nothing in that game that feels unnecessary. It's also like
these games have like
so far.
These games have like personality and stuff. Too.
Oh yeah,
because it's like new Call of Duty came out. It has zombies. It has battle royale, but it's like, is there any like thing to it that really makes it that different? Like it has these modes that other games have, but it's like, when's the last time a Call of Duty had like a story that was like or so, or anything about? I mean, Modern Warfare 2 was a thing for us specifically, but it's like.
Even Modern Warfare 3's campaign, I feel like kind of because you got to the end of Captain Price's mission. But stuff like that's one of the things that they're doing because we were talking about World of War earlier. That's far like the first zombie game. The first zombie game did not have any story, or the first zombie mission. It was just these 4 American soldiers, and so on. And then in the next one, they added actual characters, and then they added an actual story in the one after.
It's basically like a game either innovates or like does a thing that's been done before but does it in a new way that people didn't think of, like how Legend of Zelda or for Breath of the Wild, it's like there's not a lot of open world games that don't have like a shit ton of waypoints. Like that game hasn't. You look at a thing and you go find it first and then you know where it is, versus being like go look to this point or whatever. Or like Red Dead has does the realistic thing like very well or whatever. Or you have games that are like these retro like indie games type of thing, which or just it's just like a platformer or whatever, but they do it really well and they have like their complex like battle system or like the way I've talked about
there has to be something that shines.
Talk about like Hollow Knight or whatever, where it's like you have like these like the slots or whatever, and they have like a weird like indie developers are really good for, at least platformers or whatever, like really good at like building a lore that they just let you have like a little bit of and you get like into it and you're just like talk with people about it, and or they do a thing where it's just like here's this difficulty, like the game is really hard, or like there's always like a talking point where it's just like here's this game and here's why it's good. So. And sometimes you're in like the big thing where it's just like, oh, it's another game with a battle royale, so like that gets people's attention. Or it's like, I don't know how many fucking Metroidvania type indie games there's been this year alone. It's just like because that's like a big thing right now because people like those. So it's just like I don't know. It's hard to gauge what's going to be good for like game of the year or whatever. It's just what people feel like in the time. Like earlier this year, I thought it would have been like God of War because God of War was awesome.
Yeah, God of War's great.
But then I played like The Messenger was really good. So that's why they have Game of the Year. Or that's why they have like categories. Like best story,
Well, I don't even know if they do best story. Like,
I think they do
for video games. Do they like
narrative or something?
Yeah, because they don't do that. It can be like
I mean, we could do our own because it's fucking whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah,
if I were the gameplay in God of War is fun.
Yeah,
but it's not the best third-person hack and slash game. Everything moves really, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But then it's like, as far as if you were to compare the stories between those, I love the story.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that, as far as what he was asking, referring to like what the formula for success could be, I don't think that they should be focusing necessarily on just making everything open world. I think we've said that plenty of times before.
Yeah.
They should be focused on, as Taylor said, attention to detail, filling the world. Like God of War is an open world game, but it's not that open world. Yeah. It's really not. It's really small.
Yeah.
But everything throughout the game is filled with just narrative, and the narrative is what fills this game to be as incredible as it was.
Yeah.
So
anyway, next.
Is he in another one?
Part 4.
Okay. Niall says, yo, Diablo Immortal.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. It's trash.
Hard, but we'll see. I haven't seen anything about it, and if it's a reskin, no.
He also says, yo, PS1 classic lineup.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
It's bad.
And then he also says, should we lewd Comey?
Oh god.
Who's Comey?
Nothing. It's.
Who's Comey?
I'll pull it up. Oh my god.
Will you? Wait, what's Comey from?
It's.
Is it from My Hero Academia?
No.
Okay, because somebody was talking about that frog girl. And I was like,
It was funny. Earlier, I just very briefly scanned the questions for the Discord. I read Konami and didn't even second guess. I was like, oh, should we loot Konami? I don't know. Continue.
What's Comey? Are you looking it up?
Is
it James Comey?
No, it's from a manga called Miss Comey is Bad at Communication. So.
Okay.
And she's like.
So it's from a manga. So of course it's a Niall question.
It's this.
Thanks, Niall. Love you, buddy.
Try to make it bigger. Like, she always communicates with, like, pieces of paper. But she's, like, too, like, shy or whatever. She doesn't talk. Like, her face is always just, like, eyes.
Oh. I've seen this around.
And she gets, like, mad, and you can tell, like, the way she acts and stuff, but she's
bad at communicating, and that's
like those her word bubbles are just, like, scribbles, because she's like, she wants to talk, but she doesn't.
Okay.
Type of thing. And it's this whole thing.
So. Yeah, let's do that. She's cute.
Yeah.
No. Is she a high school girl?
Is she a high school girl?
I don't think so.
Is it like the weird like high school girl?
But yeah,
she's
like
27.
Intrigued because like she doesn't just say a thing. So I don't know. I don't think you should. That's rude.
Is it rude?
She's cute and just nice.
I need to watch.
Can't you just let it be?
I need to watch the
second.
You gotta
read it. You can't watch it.
Of Goblin Slayer.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I don't know. It's gonna be done anyway. It's probably already been done. So like whatever.
Yeah.
Find it if you want it. I guess.
There's that rule that we're always talking about.
Anyway, this is a big image from that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Smile.
So anyway.
No, we're not looting here. What's the next question?
We're not.
12 Kings asks.
Oh, right.
With the end of the year now in sight, what are your game of the years looking like? Any big surprises?
God of War is really, really high up there for me.
It's pretty good.
I loved God of War.
What about you, Taylor? Is it just a...
Because you're going to be doing Monster Hunter.
I was going to say World, probably.
Monster Hunter Worlds. God of War was my number one for now. But Red Dead Redemption is obviously creeping up there. Especially because I've been spending a lot more time with with it. Oh, what? Okay. Yeah, I've been spending a lot more time with Red Dead Redemption just within the past week that it's been out. I spent a lot more time than I did with God of War. And so far, the narrative seems to be building a lot. So I'm really happy about that. And you're only going to say...
Well, I could also be really cheesy and be like, oh, the game my boyfriend worked and played and made and all that kind of stuff. That's biased.
Would you not say that? What game did he work on?
Oh yeah. You didn't listen to that episode, huh?
No.
How dare you not listen?
I was doing something else, I'm sure.
So it's called Shing the Land Beyond, and it's like a Myst-like puzzle game where you go through like a narrative, and there's like the premise is you have died and you've been reincarnated, but you just finished your final reincarnation, and you have a few past lives that you didn't really successfully complete.
Okay.
And you pretty much just go through and you relive those past lives and you kind of like right the final wrong on them. And there's poetry throughout the thing, and there's achievements. It's on Steam.
Okay.
It was really fun. I Snapchatted like the whole time I was playing it, and I was like, I'm stuck on this puzzle. He's like, I designed that one. I was like, I hate it.
Which one are you doing?
Oh, I was like, for Game of the Year, I was like,
she was trying not to be cheesy and say her boyfriends.
And then Erick's like, what? And I was like, you didn't listen to the episode, huh?
Nah.
Yeah, nah.
I like when people tell me the story, and that's why I'm here.
What about the Battle Chef one? Was that this
Battle
year?
Chef Brigade? I think that was last year.
Was that last year?
I don't know. It's been a year.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was another guy in here.
You didn't
Shut
notice
up.
that?
I told him to be here at 4, but like my whole day is just fucking up. So
Yay.
everyone keeps waiting on me to do shit. I'm like, I'm sorry, I loaded too much shit into today.
But it was a really good game.
Okay.
It's coming out on PS4 Oculus, so that's when I'm going to get it for Ryan, whenever that comes out. And it took me just under 10 hours and with 100% completion, like through all the achievements and everything.
That's crazy.
So it was fun because like some of the achievements are very silly. Like if you pick up the cabbage, it's like my cabbages achievement.
Oh.
So like the Steam achievement type.
Okay, that makes sense. Those don't
they were
count.
cute. But then no, I did 100% completion on the actual like runes and stuff because like you can complete the level without completing all like the side runes, but like if you get all the runes, it actually like starts ciphering all of like the text in the game because all the text is like in runes.
So it's kind of like how you learn languages in God of War.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really fun. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Congratulations, man.
Did that come out this year?
No.
Well,
No, it did release earlier this year.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I only played it this year.
All right, so I don't know if that counts for that. We're talking about 2018 games. All right, so I finished 41 games this year.
Fuck.
Yeah. Standouts would be probably Monster Hunter World was pretty good. That was pretty dope. Again, it did what Monster Hunter was good at and made it like better. Like there's a whole lot of quality of life shit that changed, and it's just, I mean, there's not variety in monsters or whatever. But
I was gonna say they reduced other parts and expanded other parts.
They made it like more accessible too, for sure.
Oh yeah,
but it's better off for it. Like nobody wants to waste all their fucking stamina walking across nothing.
Yeah.
And they don't want to go back to swimming. Jesus Christ. Celeste was good. That going up a mountain platforming game.
Yeah.
I think where is it? Fuck. I'm having a brain fart. Hollow Knight was last year, so I don't know if that counts. I played it this year, but again, 2018 games.
It's almost over.
God of War was a big one. That was cool.
Yeah.
I really like God of War. Spider-Man was really cool. I enjoyed that. I just finished that one. Mega Man 11 was really good. That's a me thing for sure. That, I mean, I don't know if it's game of the year though. It's pretty good. The Messenger was fucking great. If nobody else played that, but The Messenger is really good. That one, I told you about that one. It's like kind of NES style until it's not. But yeah, I don't know. And then I'm playing Red Dead right now, which is fucking dope. So
yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to decide because I mean I haven't beaten it yet. I don't think I'm gonna beat it by the end of the year.
I haven't gotten through Red Dead yet, but also like Smash Bros is gonna be a big thing for us. So I don't know. And then there's like, I mean, like Fallout looks super fucking buggy.
Yeah,
like people played the beta for that and it deleted the whole game for them when they tried to do it. Like fucking Bethesda, god damn it.
I've read a lot of articles where it's like I played over 12 hours of the beta and I say I'm not gonna buy this game.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah,
that's one of the things that like it kind of bums me out.
Bethesda is fucked though.
Yeah, but it makes perfect sense. Wait for the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah,
it'll be out in 6 months.
I think their biggest beef was like because like there were no NPCs or anything. Like a lot of the missions seem like go to point A to point B, like without kind of any areas of interest in between point A and point B.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's really unfortunate because like
they could have just made it into a regular Fallout game.
Yeah,
and then or made it like an expansion.
I don't know. We'll see. I gotta try it out. Maybe.
And I was gonna say, I'm not interested in games where like other actual people are a direct correlation to my enjoyment of the experience.
Well, it's like when did Destiny 2 come out? Last
January.
year? No, it's September or something.
Was it?
Yeah. Was it 2017? Okay, you know. And people are telling me that right now is the time to start playing that game. And I stopped playing that game in like October when I finished the fucking campaign. I was like, there's nothing else to do in this game. I did a little bit of like, rating or whatever it was and did like the content they had. And then they're like, oh, stay tuned for like December when we'll have something. I'm like, by December I'm going to have 2 more games done. Like I got shit to do. So that's just me though. I play shit like crazy. But and again, with Fallout 76 or whatever specifically, it's like that could be a game that like in a year and a half is when it's good because people have gotten into it and there's more whatever going on in it. So who knows?
But the thing that fixed Destiny was actually just adding content. That's all it was. This one,
well,
it
for
seems
Destiny
like,
1.
Yeah, for Destiny 1. For this one as well.
Okay.
Like it looks as though this is the thing.
Well, yeah, I mean that's how it goes.
But for Fallout, you need to add NPCs. So you need to add you need to add a game on top.
It's weird. I don't know. I'm not going to discount it yet, but it doesn't look great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Anyway, what's up?
And it's just my questions.
Wait, what about? Oh no, that was 12 Kings. All right, go on.
Who would you like as Smash DLC?
Yeah.
Oh, Smash
Pick
DLC.
2 characters each.
Two characters each.
We briefly touched on this before.
Paper Mario. I do want Paper Mario.
Paper Mario and fucking Beautiful Joe.
And Beautiful Joe. Yeah.
Dork.
That'd be the best.
That's fine.
That was my. I've had that. I've wanted that since Melee.
Okay.
So.
What's up?
My first answer from earlier was Monster Hunter, but now I have the pill.
Just a Monster Hunter.
Like your hunter's not really ever a named character, so
That's true.
Like it could just be a generic one, like they did for Street
Would all the
Fighter.
different skins be
what
different
armor?
armors? Yeah, what armor set would it have?
it
Custom.
No, it would
with
probably
the eye patch that everyone has.
Like the fighting game was Rathalos and Kirin are classic ones.
Yeah.
They would probably do Nergigante since he was the flagship for World.
Yeah.
And then they might do a cutesy one like the Gormew where you're just in the cat armor.
Sure, yeah.
I think it'd be cool if there was the male and female hunter variations. It could just be the same character, just different skin.
Sure.
No, they could have female and male versions of Rathalos and female and male versions of them. That because they could have four different armors, and that's 8 different characters or 8 different skins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for a second character,
You think about it too, Ryan?
Huh?
Because you're coming up next.
Yeah.
I think they would add another Mega Man character.
Like it at 0.
But they said they weren't going to do Echo Fighter, so he would literally be
That's true, yeah. You would need something completely new.
Yeah.
Guts Man. Big boy. I don't know.
I think just looking at your amiibo and what franchises has the fewest.
Don't add a fucking Fire Emblem character, Christ.
Yeah, please don't.
Or Pokemon or Mario. Get something else.
They get Lanky Kong.
Add Clyde for Pac-Man. He needs another rep. No.
Lanky Kong.
Put it in fucking. No, I'd put in. I like Wonder Red. I keep talking about him from Wonderful 101. I don't know if anyone played that game, but I love it.
I played a little bit. I got it for free.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that game. It's got that charm to it.
I can't draw with my right hand. So.
Right.
I just used the thumbsticks. Did the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
So that was fun. And then
or my left.
I don't. Well, they started adding with Ultimate. They started adding
Need to add more
Castlevania guys. So Alucard not being having him be an actual dude would be cool, but I don't know how it'd be different from every other sword fighter in the game. Yeah. They're all basically the same.
He'd be like a mixture between Bayonetta and
Actually, I'd like Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight as an actual character would be cool.
Shovel Knight would be dope, especially with the down shovel jump thing for an attack would be even though it's basically Link can do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Mario. Oh, no, I'm sorry. And Yoshi
character
does it,
with a
and
sword.
Kirby and
Right, whatever. I don't know. I'm not the ones doing it, but it'd be cool.
They could add Gino.
Make me sad. I wanted Gino too. Gino's dope. Whatever.
Yeah,
but that's more Mario too, so whatever.
Gino, the final
I know what DLC, I don't want.
It's gonna be Waluigi.
I know. No, I was just saying. There's fucking 5 more DLC spots, and I hope it's never Waluigi, just to make everyone mad forever. Because people are doing fan art or whatever, and it's Waluigi looking up the curtains, all sad that fucking Piranha Plant got confirmed. They're just what the fuck? A plant got in before me. It's yeah, bitch, you're a dumb character. I hate you.
What Daisy?
You stupid fuck. What?
What Daisy?
What Daisy? Oh man, people should customize and add fucking Bowsette to it. We keep talking about it. Well, because did you see the thing where they had in Breath of the Wild? Yep.
Yeah, I saw that.
That shit's funny.
What about you?
I want Gino.
Gino's good. I like Gino.
I want kind of the Monster Hunter thing, but instead you pick the characters from Monster Hunter stories because they fit that
okay,
style.
That's cute.
Yeah.
And they could ride on the little.
They already have Amiibo too.
Rathalos or whatever. Could be the different. I feel like the different skins could be just the different characters that ride.
Okay, that'd be neat.
That makes sense.
That would be cute.
What other ones?
It'd be fun to have Ravio, another Zelda character.
Who?
Ravio?
The bird asshole?
No, that's Rivali.
No, what's the other one?
Ravio's from A Link Between Worlds, and he wears
the rabbit guy.
I'd be okay with just a skin of that.
Yeah.
Like a Toon Link. He basically is Link.
I don't understand how fucking Fox and Falco aren't like one's not an Echo Fighter and the other one. They're the same fucking dude.
Fox and Falco?
Yeah, they're two different characters.
I think they have different moves. They look different.
I mean, fucking Pit and Dark Pit have different moves too, but they're basically the same guy.
Yeah, Dark Pit has a hammer. It doesn't make sense.
I always call it the trash can.
Yeah, it's a trash can.
Okay.
Just like the character.
Did you say your second one?
Huh?
Did you say your second
I said Wonder Red and Shovel Knight. I also said Alucard.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Wow.
But
You said more than 2. Sorry.
My last question is, who are your mains in Smash Bros?
My main's always been Mario. I got really far in a couple tournaments with Mario.
So
I love Mario, but then also Link.
I don't know if Robert's still alive, but we used to have this friend named Robert we'd play with, and I would play as Mr. Game & Watch because he has a taunt where he rings a bell, and he would get so mad and come after me, and I'd always fucking juggle him or some shit, and it would be hilarious. I also like Wii Fit Trainer because she's fun and she has cool like melee attacks. I don't know. I usually like to play Samus when I'm playing with a bunch of people and just like let out the big attack, like the charge up when no one's paying attention, just to fuck somebody up.
And
it depends. Like it depends. Like, 'cause I never like get really into it to be like, I have a main and I'm gonna beat you. Like, I'll fucking be playing. We'll play like stock 3 or whatever, and then like I'll see somebody has 1 life left, and I'll do the fucking forward B grab that Bowser has, and I'll just take both of us down or something. Like, I'll just fuck somebody's day up and just be like, goodbye, we're both lose, or something like that. Like, I don't.
Most of the time when I play,
good with Bayonetta.
You try to get good with Bayonetta.
Yeah.
You're a big Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
That's why you have that over there. What's up?
Most of the time when I play, I just pick like the random.
Yeah, when we play together, it usually kind of boils down to everyone being random.
Most of the time, I just right out of the gate on random.
Right, but I'm like when we play with like me, you and Brian or whatever, like we both have like a set characters we kind of go through, and then it's just like, okay, I don't know who else I want to pick, so I'll just let it be random. But because like Brian does like Diddy Kong and he does Pikachu and Jigglypuff or whatever.
He does fucking Pikachu a lot.
My list would be Link, Villager, Pikachu, and then Kirby, and then Yoshi.
Yeah,
all the cute ones.
Yeah,
including Link.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mine's Armored
For a
Samus,
while, it was Meta Knight.
Mr. Game & Watch, Pink Donkey Kong. Yeah, and you can go out there. I don't care what you do. The last friend I have that smokes. Yeah, there's a lock. Anyway, I sometimes Shulk is fun. I like playing with Shulk.
Shulk is hard to figure out.
Can you get it?
Yeah.
You said yeah. Just go downstairs. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I don't know what's up with that. I'll have to look at it later. Yeah, I like Shulk. And
Shulk's taunt. I'm really feeling it.
I like playing with just shorts. Shulk.
Yeah.
In his like bathing suit or whatever it is, or just shorts. I don't know what it is. It's provocative, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's sexual and violent.
Yeah, that's about it. I like not Corn, the other one, Robin. Because he has like lasers.
My favorite though is whenever I end up as Olimar. I usually end up winning for some reason.
That's true. That's weird. I don't know how that happens. That's scary.
Nobody wants to hit Olimar. He's really cute.
Yeah. There are characters I really like that I wanted to get good with, and it just doesn't happen. Like, I like Mega Man, but I don't like his moveset in the game.
He's hard to use.
And I like Kirby, but I don't like other people's abilities. I just want it to be Kirby. And like, he has some good attacks, but
I think for me it's going to be
down B is cool.
Mario, Link, Bayonetta,
not Dr.
Mario. Just those 4. I switch them off because Dr. Mario hits harder.
Yeah.
Mario's faster.
Mario doesn't have that good down B anymore, though.
Yeah, no. That's the hard part about it. I love that good down B. He uses Flood.
I know.
So annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying.
But then when I want to fuck around, I usually end up playing as like this guy or Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Same character.
Yeah. Well,
no,
Ganondorf has like way heavier kicks. Just that one, his up A is just like
crazy.
What about you, McKenna?
I am super excited for Snake to be back.
I always Snake's good. Him. Yeah.
He's so heavy and I love him.
Yeah. Thick.
Thick boys.
And I usually play Ness. And
that's good. Not Lucas?
No, I like Ness. He has a cute Bumblebee costume. I like that one a lot.
That's funny. I like that.
And I don't know, I like to specifically play a Squirtle with a Pokemon trainer. I really like Squirtle.
Yeah, Squirtle. Yeah. Charizard by himself in like the newer ones is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
The like side B thing with like the rock or whatever is just
rock smash.
Yeah. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry.
And then the last one I like Diddy Kong a a lot. But
Donkey Kong
don't
Smash
like
is
to play
annoying.
as him because people get very angry. Because I'm just like latch onto their face.
That's a fun
repeatedly.
attack.
Bananas.
Yeah.
His mouth looks like a cashew that's half open. It's fucking gross.
I like playing Peach too because she has that hip check thing that she does.
Yeah.
The side butt.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I just really like Peach.
I like Fox. Fox is good.
Fox?
Yeah.
Come out.
Yeah. I don't like Falco, but I like Fox. Because Falco's like his like dash like side B thing or whatever goes like at an angle. I don't like that.
I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna play as Wolf. Wolf is cool. He's
Wolf's
heavier.
cool. Yeah.
I like heavy characters.
Heavy character's good. Bowser's good.
Oh, I play Sheik too. That's
Sheik's cool.
I did Sheik in Melee a lot.
You know my sister back when she was playing when she actually played video games, like she was really good with Sheik. It was like the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
I was like, of all the things, because it was Zelda and Sheik
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
time, you could just switch between them.
Oh, I like Little Mac too. Little Mac's fun.
Oh, Little Mac is like high risk.
Yeah, it is. I love playing as him though.
Launch off everything.
His recovery moves are worthless though.
Yeah, no, you can't get launched off because you will never recover.
No,
and also you
he's
get
very-
launched off super quick.
He's not good in the air either. You have to be on the the lowest part of the map.
Yeah,
or
if you're there, it's like really really hard because he's got a counter and all his hits hard. He
Yeah.
hits really hard.
Yeah,
I wanted to be good with Ike because like I fight for my
Ike's fun.
friends. Just did not
I
work
fight
out.
for my friends.
Ike fight for my I hate that.
Churro
but
loves Ike. That's like his. I'm so good at Ike.
I wanted so bad, and it just did not work out for me
Yeah.
in my playstyle.
Rip.
I used to like Rob, but then they nerfed him.
Maybe they'll
Yeah,
bring
they
him
did.
back.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think so.
No.
And I've never actually played as Cloud.
I haven't
That's
either.
okay.
I've never.
I mean, maybe once, but he has an attack where he makes kanji in the air.
Ooh. For the inner weeb.
Yeah,
And then
every Fire Emblem character is basically the same, except
yeah,
for Ike.
people that are really good with Marth are dumb.
Every
Yeah.
time I'm like Robin, I'm like, why can't I do magic? And they're like, you don't have the tome anymore. I was
Some
like,
people
"Oh."
like Wario. I don't know.
Wario's fun.
Brian sometimes plays a Zero Suit Samus. I think he just likes to look at her though.
Yeah.
So she has that one attack where you like have to jump and like pinpoint land on somebody.
Yeah.
It's-
It works really well.
If you can do it,
yeah.
I like all the troll characters. I like this
Brian
one
also
to make
likes
the
playing
sound.
as Jigglypuff. So
I like Wii Fit Trainer to throw volleyballs at people. It's mostly just trolling Robert. I don't know what I want to do now.
Kirby's fun.
Kirby's fun.
Yeah.
I like Little Mac though. I like wireframe Little Mac where he's wearing the hood.
Yeah.
'Cause he's
That's from the arcade one.
Yeah. So anyway, that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does
What?
Wii Fit Trainer have like a big plastic boot on her?
I don't know.
It looks weird.
so her leg doesn't break.
That
Link
makes-
has the P stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fox has like a blue thing up his ass. Where is he?
Fox.
Is it Fox?
See, Pit has a blue thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why they
Charlie,
chose different
because
color.
the character like they're based on the trophies in the game, how they have them positioned in like when you like look at them in the game, they're designed to look like that. So it's like, but some of those aren't structurally
Stable.
sound or whatever. So they have
'Cause
to,
when they first started making Amiibo, I think the first few didn't have those structural stands, and when they were being shipped, they were breaking inside.
yeah.
Mm.
That's
They were
why
breaking off the stands.
Samus has the boots, the heels
Yeah,
on her.
and this
Yeah.
one's got like just a rod.
Yeah,
right up
because that's how he looks like in the thing
Yeah.
when you look at the trophy gallery or whatever.
But I don't
So-
like when they're like dark colored like this. I like
yeah,
them
that's
when
what I'm
they're
saying.
clear.
At
It should
least the
just be
clear ones
clear.
are decent, but
You could probably make it like way clearer plastic, but you know they won't.
yeah. But
I mean,
now,
look at
now
this.
there's things. Have you seen the other ones though? If you paid attention, let's see. Hang on.
That's a big if. She's got the thigh though. Oof. Wait. If I pay attention to what?
To the Ridley amiibo, because that one also has a thing.
Oh, it does.
Is it on his tail?
It's like a plastic thing or whatever, but it's like it's like a smash, like he's smashing down or whatever. Like it's,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Smart.
they made it like a design thing, so it's like actually.
There's
part
like a little bit of environment for it.
And I think that it makes sense because it's like their first time doing something. Obviously, Bowser doesn't have one because he's got the biggest fucking foot.
Right.
Just
Well,
put
I
it
mean,
on.
some of the characters, like Mario, I don't think has it. Yeah, because even his foot's up for Mario. Look, Erick, and like it doesn't have the thing there.
Yeah.
Or like Kirby's just sitting, and like Mega Man's just stand. I think Mega Man doesn't have one.
Yeah,
But, like
so does
Sonic is
Pac-Man as well.
Yeah, Pac-Man's just standing there. But like Duck Hunt Dog has to have the fucking bird.
Duck Hunt.
So
Duck Hunt
Duck
Duck.
Hunt Dog, yeah. But yeah, some of them are just standing and they're fine. But some of them are like Luigi's like, why you gotta do this, Luigi? Why you gotta fall? What do you do? Pikachu's fine. Like, yeah, I don't know, but whatever.
And I think at this particular point. These are fairly early. Some of the earlier ones have colors, like Samus or Bayonetta doesn't have colors, so it makes a little bit more
sense. She has
it
around her boots though.
I know, but she doesn't have it's not like
right.
bright blue.
The worst one is Jigglypuff. Look, it's like they could have just had it standing, but no, it has like a little thing.
Oh yeah, it's like right up in there.
Like, why would you do this?
Because she float.
Anyway, she just float. So.
Anyways, fuck Sonic. What else we got?
And with that,
we're done.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, McKenna, for helping us out.
Thanks for helping out. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you, Taylor, for coming back.
Thanks for watching if you're watching. If you're not, you can find us on podcast services. I don't know. We're on YouTube also. When I put it up, sometimes I forget. I always put it up now, but I forget to tell people. And it's like a couple days later, but whatever. Yeah. Find us on Sundays on Twitch. We're at twitch.tv/Rush20XX. You can find me at Twitter, also Rush20XX, which is where I post videos of me like lighting O'Driscolls on fire by shooting their lanterns.
Those goddamn O'Driscolls.
Yeah. Eric is at Penny's Peña.
I am.
Taylor's at the Foe on everything. Trying to think of anything else. I don't think so.
That's basically it. And then you can find the Discord. The link to our Discord.
Link to the Discord is in my Twitter. I don't know. I can't post it right now because I don't have it copied or whatever. But yeah. So yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.